Hi. How are you, Ray? Just gonna wait for a few more people to come into the room. Hey, Katrina. This is a super fan live only, so no one else can come in. Hi, Midwest. Just gonna wait for a few more people to come into the room. I'm all right, thank you, honey. Oh, thank you. Oh, I don't even know if I was ready to come on live, to be honest, but I can sit here moping around or I can come on live. Oh, it's been a ride and it's not over yet, so it's just a matter of time. I've got so much to tell you guys. I don't know, I don't even know if I'm alright to do it. I'm just gonna do it and see how it goes. How has everybody been? I mean, obviously the energy is quite intense, and I do want to do a I will, if Miss Midwest, I will. If I get too overwhelmed, I definitely will. But it's a super fan live, so I don't think there's going to be a lot of people on, which is okay for me. So, mildly putting it, yeah, I know. It's been quite steady actually, for me. I think because the energy is so intense. I think my guides and my guardian angels and my best friend, my mother and my father are now trying to keep the energy a little bit more balanced, because it was a rough ride. It was a rough ride. I mean, you can lose family members and the pain is the same, but there is something different about losing your parents, especially losing your mum when you're there, when you're with her all the time. The thing is, I could read my mum when she was alive. I could read my mum's energy, so I could tell when she was not feeling good. I can tell when she was in pain. I can tell when she would say to me, I'm okay, and I knew she was lying. And the funny thing is, when she passed away, guess what, guys? That didn't change. So I have a little bit of a story to tell around my mum's passing. When was it? The 8th. 15 days ago, when my mum passed away. And it sounds so strange saying those words. But at the same time, I was relieved. And I was relieved because I knew how much pain. Oh God, guys, it was so. Hey, Donna. It was so. I mean, I have a story to tell you. Like, my mother has been showing me signs and symbols from the minute that she passed away up until today. Hey Patty, when she died, I told her to do something and she did it, which was just unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm still trying to get used to not lying next to her, because we shared the same room, because I was a carer for mum, as most of you already know. So I would sleep next to her. I never thought that I would miss her snoring. I'd give anything to hear my mum snoring again. I know that sounds so weird, but it's very true. I'd give anything to hear her snoring. I just want to wait for a few more people to come into the room before I do readings. And I really would like to tell you that in spite of everything that's happened, you know, after my mum passed away, I had a reminder that that same month, 7 days later, I had to remember that my best friend passed away on the 15th of November in 2022. So it was a lot of things. Yeah, there was a lot of things that came about. But you know what? My psychic abilities have imploded because of my mum passing away. I'm even more sensitive than before. I've always picked up on the vibration of somebody when they're not well. Now I feel it like it's me. Like I can always, like, is it differentiate, but like, you know, discern what is my energy and what is somebody else's. But when I'm out now, like I went to Westfield the other day. Westfield is a massive shopping centre here in the UK. And when I went into Westfield, it was unbelievably... Hey, Ange. Thank you for all your prayers as well. I think you... I don't know what. It felt... Every time I felt like I was drowning, it was like your prayers has pulled me out of the funk. It was like a mucky energy. Hey, Marcy. So it was just really... Like, I have to talk to you about, just for those of you who are, I know you've lost somebody, because I've been having a lot of messages from clients and from followers talking about how sad they are and how they can't connect to their loved ones. And I don't understand how, and I understand that it is grief that will stop you from connecting to the people on the other side. But we, as human beings, a soul having that human experience, have to feel all of the human vibration, all of the human emotions, because we signed up for that, didn't we? We all signed up for it. And as much as it sounds crazy, we did. I signed up for 2025, me being 44, to experience a lot of losses in my life from March up until November. And it was like I was being tested for all the things that I've ever told you guys, because it was my mum. Like I lost my best friend, I lost my father, and that was a serious hit to my gut. But even when I lost those people, they kept on showing me signs and symbols and synchronicities. I mean, I have to show you, like, I don't even know how to, I have to show you how extraordinary, how unbelievable the other side is. When you ask for signs, my God, you are going to get it. You will get it. So I'm going to try and find something. Oh, how am I gonna get it? I'm not gonna get it. Let me see if I can find it. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys, because it's unbelievable how my mum worked. I could not believe it. Give me 1 second. I need my daughter I've got to ask my daughter to send what happened, because I've got to I have to show you what happened. I have to show you. And this is like 4 days into my mum passing away. Okay, she's so active. Give me 1 second, babe. Have you got the Have you got it? I knew that if I was in the grief energy, hey Marsha, I knew I wouldn't be able to see the signs and symbols from everybody on the other side, because obviously the hit of losing your mother is like, it's just nuts. Anyway, I'm trying to find the picture that my daughter sent me. Okay. So, my mum passed away on the 8th of November at 2:13. Now, the thing was, I was so exhausted when she was in the hospice. I was literally, I was like losing my mind because I didn't sleep. And you know, I felt a lot of pain in my life, a lot of physical pain in my life due to my open heart surgeries, due to physical violence. And there is nothing worse than physical exhaustion, no sleeping. That is within itself a feeling that I've never had on this level. So that was the worst pain that I've ever felt in my life. Physical exhaustion. It was unbelievably painful. I didn't only feel the pain in my physical body, I felt the pain in my soul. I felt the pain in my, like, the soul is untouchable, but it felt like the level of exhaustion was above, it was beyond and above, that I felt it on every level, mentally, physically, spiritually. So physical exhaustion is the worst pain that I've ever felt. You're exhausted, you go to work, you spent 12 hours on your feet. I've done that. I've been a waitress, I've been a security front of house manager. I have been on my feet for more than 13 hours working serving people. I have done that, and I know what that physical pain felt like. But this was different. This was not, it was from no sleep. So when you don't have any sleep, it's a different sort of pain, and you go nuts, guys, when you don't sleep. I was sleeping 1 hour every day, if that. Even the filter can't hide my dark rings, and I got filter on. So it's like, it was so bad that I was losing my mind. I seriously was like going crazy. Because when you don't have any sleep, it's like another level of pain. It's a different level of pain. I lost my mum and dad within 2 years of each other. You're so strong. They definitely look after you 100 million %. And I have to keep thanking them every day for giving me the strength and the power. Because you know them days when you can't get up out of your bed because you're so sad, you're exhausted, you feel like nothing seems to go your way, and then you do get out of bed and carry on about your business. That is your loved ones pulling you out of bed going, you got to get shit done. So that is what my mum was doing for me. So I'll talk about the night I decided to put my mother in hospice. And have I talked about it? I don't remember, because my timeline since my mother has died, it has intertwined into each other. So sometimes I don't know what day it is. I don't know if I'm saying the right things. I don't know if this has happened now, or it was yesterday, or it just happened 7 days ago. It was so much going on that my timelines, past, present, and future, were interconnecting into each other. I don't know how else to explain it, but that's how it felt. I don't know how to explain that. I need to go for a wee. Sorry, guys. I've been drinking a lot of green tea and a lot of water to flush out basically all the crap that I've been putting into my body, because I've been binge eating, because I can't be asked to cook. The thought of cooking, I mean, I have been cooking for the past 3 days, but I've just been like binge eating crap. So I'm drinking green teas, peppermint tea. I'm drinking all the teas that you can to help me crap it all out. So that's what I'm doing. Give me 1 second, guys. Otherwise I'm going to wet myself. Just give me 1 second. Hi, Diana. Hey, Louisa. So, the night that I had decided to put my mother in hospice, I know I gave a brief video of it, but that week before I put my mum in hospice, it went so downhill from there. My mum has, before she passed, diabetes, so she was on insulin. She had chronic kidney disease. She's had it since 2016. So her lower back will always have issues. She always had issues with her lower back. She had frozen shoulder, which was went from one shoulder to her other shoulder, and she kept on getting cramps in her foot and in her hands, and her feet started doing things that I didn't even know your bone could twist that way. And it was just, she was in so much pain, so I'd have to massage her hands, I would massage her feet just to, relieve that pressure from her, that pain. And I had to make sure that I made her blood circulate, so I was massaging her. So I've watched, because as you know, I'm my mum's carer, and I have been for many years. And when I was massaging my mum's feet, I was looking at her in excruciating pain. And then the stroke had paralyzed, like I was telling you, the left side of her body. So she was unable to like move properly. So my mum ended up having a walker, and she couldn't even use that properly. To the end, it got really bad. I got her wheelchair, you name it. I was changing my mother's nappy. It's the hardest thing when you're like trying to change. Sorry. It's the hardest thing when you're trying to change someone that you love and they're in excruciating pain, and every touch is painful for them, that you kind of step back because you are so afraid to touch them because they're in so much pain, and you're kind of at a loss as what to do. So for me, I hit my limit when I was... So by the way, the painkillers that my mother was on was paracetamol. Paracetamol was an over-counter drug, and it was just ridiculous that that's what they gave her. When you have chronic kidney disease, you have to be careful of what you take, because obviously it will destroy your kidneys even more. So they gave her paracetamol. She stopped taking something else years ago because they said it will mess up her kidneys even more. So my mum would literally be sitting there every day of her life in excruciating pain. And I would always say to my mum, why do you have to live life and sit there in pain? Take one tablet at least to try and alleviate the pain that you're in. But she wouldn't do it. So the week prior to me sending her to the hospice, it was a lot of changing nappies, pulling up dead weight, and every time I pushed her body up to the side, she was like in excruciating pain. I would ask my daughter to come in and assist me to move her grandmother's body, you know, so I can put the nappy underneath her. And it was just unbelievably... The fucked up thing is that I could feel her pain, and it was horrible. It was unbelievably, it was horrible. I could feel her pain. Empaths feel the pain. So I bought this thing for my mum where it's like for adults, where if you wet the bed, there's like a pad under the bed, and I had to put that pad under my mum's body without, I don't even know, by the grace of God how I did it, put this pad under her body, so if she did wet the bed, she would never, because I will always make sure that I was cleaning her, I took care of her, but if she did wet the bed sheets would not get wet. So up until this point, it was absolute pain. I called 111. I spoke to a doctor, because 111 is an emergency helpline here in the UK. You call them, you tell them what the symptoms are, and then what happens is they'll direct you to a doctor who will give you a call all hours of the night. So I said, look, my mum needs a painkiller. She's got chronic kidney disease, she's had a stroke, and she needs to take a painkiller. So I told him all of this, and he said, all right, so I'm going to give you a prescription of blah-de-blah. Go and get it tomorrow. Fine. So I was really excited for this painkiller because it's kind of related to morphine to some degree, but it wasn't morphine. It was just like a brother to morphine. There's all these other sort of painkillers attached to it. So anyway, I get this painkiller, and I have to put this painkiller in my mum's mouth. I think it works quicker when you put it through the mouth. So anyway, I give my mum the painkiller, and I ask her, hey, Blue Eyes, and I ask her, are you feeling a little bit better about 45 minutes later? She said, yeah, I feel a little bit better, yeah. But then she started to feel like sickly. Now, my mum hasn't thrown up since her stroke. She's never thrown up. And I can see that every time I changed her, she was still in pain. I kept on saying to her, Mum, you're allowed to take these painkillers every 4 hours. Why are you waiting 14 hours to take the painkiller? And she'll be like, I don't feel well. I feel really sick. And I was like, yeah, but I can't change you if you're not on the painkillers. I can't move your body if you're not on the painkillers. You need to take the painkiller so I can change you, because I don't want to touch you when you're in excruciating pain. So I would the nurses would come here. They would say to my mum, you got to let your daughter look after you. You got to take the painkiller if necessary, because this is a painkiller where you don't need the food. You don't need to eat. You can take it without it, because obviously she was in end of care. She was on end of care, is it end of life care? So they allowed me to, you know, give her like 2.5 mil of this medicine. Every time I gave her this medication, she would throw it up. She would vomit up. And I don't know how I'm supposed to lift up dead weight and change her blanket because she's lying in puke. And I'm like, Mum, I can't. I had to get a towel. I had to put it over beside her head where there was puke on the bed. And I was like, I said, Mum, I know you don't want to go into hospital. I know you don't want to go into hospice. At this point, I was in connection with an amazing hospice, St. Joseph's Hospice. I mean, I'm really stupid. I don't know about hospice care. I don't know anything about all of this because obviously I've never been through it before. My sister was telling me that her mother-in-law was in hospice paying £500 a month of her pension, and the care was terrible. It was awful. It was a tiny little room with one chair. You can't really have any visitors, and by the way, there's not really any doctors or nurses in this hospice that, you know, my sister's mother-in-law was in. So in my mind, I'm hearing, okay, so she's paying for the hospice with her pension. So St. Joseph's Hospice is a charity. I didn't know anything about all of this. And I was speaking to somebody from the hospice. I spoke to such amazing people there. And the night that I lost, I couldn't do any more. I spoke to somebody and they said, why, your mum needs to come to hospice. Your mother, and I put this person, Chris, on loudspeaker so my mum can hear it. Just bring her in for a week. We're gonna symptom manage her, because you're saying she's in excruciating pain and you're not able to change her and she's vomiting what you're giving her. So let us take care of her. Obviously, I had my doubts because when she was in the other hospital, they left her in her nappies for what, 13 hours? She was sitting at the end of the bed and no one would change her until the nurse finally go, what the hell are you doing? It's just too much going on in the hospital. I lost all faith in hospitals and the nurses that were there. I didn't want it. I'd rather take care of my mother myself. So I was apprehensive, and I did say to the person on the phone in St. Joseph Hospice, I said, I don't have any money to give you to take care of my mum, because in my mind, my sister's mother-in-law had to pay every month for her hospice care. So I didn't know. And then he said, no, we're a charity. We'll take care of her. You don't need to do anything. We don't need to pay for anything. It's a charity. And I just broke down and I started crying. But I still had a little bit of doubt putting my mum anywhere at this point after what happened to her in that hospital. So they said, we're going to come and get your mum in 4 hours. She's going to be transported by ambulance and then we'll bring her to St. Joe's. I said, how are you going to get my mother's body off of this bed? She's in excruciating pain and I don't really know how you're going to do it. And they said, look, the ambulance is professional. They'll know, they'll figure it out. You don't have to worry about it. I was so grateful. Oh, sorry, just have to think about it, just thinking about it. I was so grateful at this point when the ambulance came and they were talking to my mum, but she was in excruciating pain, so she couldn't even really move her body. They were discussing it amongst themselves and they were like, right, you're gonna have to take the head, I'll take the legs, and then we'll do it together. But you know that little blanket, that little mat that she can pee on, that was like a saving grace. I managed to put that under her body and I said, do not pick up my mum's physical body. You two and I, we're going to use this mat to pick her up and we're going to move her to this, because they wanted to bring her on like the is it a gurney? I can't remember, the bed thingy, but they had to bring in a seat because my house is so narrow and so small that they had to use the chair. So us three picked her up with this pee pad and we put her onto the seat, and she was light as a feather, so that went fine. But I could see the pain that my mum was in. So we're in the ambulance, and it is very bumpy ride, and my mum wants to puke. I can see it in her face. She wants to vomit because she's in a lot of pain as we're going up and down these ramps and road bumps. We get to St. Joseph's Hospice, and my mum looks at me and she goes, and I'm like, don't vomit, mum, keep it in your mouth, wait. And I was like, somebody get a puking pot. And they're running around like headless chickens because they couldn't find a puking pot. And my mum she's looking at me with her puke in her mouth, and I'm like, somebody hurry up, get a puke pot. Finally she threw up, and it was brown, like her puke was green. And what I had found out when I spoke to the doctors was, if she's not releasing something from the bottom part, it kind of comes up to the mouth. I had no idea that was even possible. I had no idea, because I didn't understand why my mother's puke was brown, only to find out that if it doesn't come out the other end, it comes out from your mouth. I was mortified. I understood at this point that I knew my mum was in excruciating pain, but to levels that I will never understand. So as soon as they brought her into the hospice, there was a nurse there. She was from the Philippines, and she looked at my sister and she said, don't I know you? And she goes, don't you live on my road? And I could not believe it. Somebody from my mother's country, who's a nurse that lives on my sister's road, is now going to be watching over my mum. And this woman is retired. She's 78 years old, and the hospice won't let her go. They still want her to work because they love her. So she's not leaving because they don't want her to go because they love her. So I was already comforted by that. All the nurses that had come into the room, they could see how distraught me and my sister was, and they were hugging us. They were like, you don't have to worry about a thing. We're going to take care of your mum. And it was so comforting to know that they check on my mum every 4 hours to change her nappy, to change her position. These people are angels walking on earth. Now, I still had my doubt because, okay, but then there's the night shift. Then the woman says to me, by the way, because it's your mum's on end of life care, and you have to remember, when my mum was in the other hospitals, I was fighting to spend the night there because I did not want to leave my mother's side. I was fighting to spend the night there, only to find out from end of life care that the nurses were like, oh, there's 2 people that can sleep here. You can be here 24 hours a day. You don't need to go home. Up to 2 people can stay here. I started crying my eyes out. I didn't have to beg to stay in the hospital with my mum. And they came in. They asked me questions about my mum. They asked me questions about what happened up to the point of her coming to the hospice. I told them everything. And they looked at me and they said, you have done way too much. You've done more than above of what you should have done. And you're doing this all on your own. My siblings, obviously, they're both working. All of them are working. So I had to take care of my mum. The bulk of it was me. They said, now is your time to relax and we're going to take care of your mother. And as wonderful as that sounded, I needed to see it with my eyes, because talk is cheap. So they injected my mother with the medication that I gave her at home. That put her in absolute, like, she was in no more pain. But the thing with that is she was not moving her body anymore. So for 1 week, my mum's eyes were open. So she was not, and it was partially open. She wasn't really communicating, because I think that they had to inject her to the point where, because the pain was so severe and she put up with the pain for months, that she must have been in such a relaxed state that she was just, her eyes were open. She was very aware for the first 3 days. And they had to give her anti-nausea because, Hey, Julie. They had to give her some anti-nausea. Hey, Lama. They had to give her anti-nausea because she was throwing up prior. So, I would notice that my mum's toes were black as well. So that usually says that's usually happens. That usually happens when you have chronic kidney disease. Hi, Eli. Yeah. Hi, honey. She had her Libre in her arm. So Libre, for those of you who don't know, is a needle that is in your arm, and it's like a little round patch. And this round patch has like a little monitor. So this little monitor, you can tap it on the Libre and it will show you your sugar levels. So I was like, you don't need to prick my mum's finger to check her blood. Just use the Libre device and scan her arm, and then it will tell you her sugar levels. So they did that. They were checking on her sugar levels. They had to wet her mouth because obviously she wasn't really eating anything. She was drinking for the first 3 days, but little sips, and then she would vomit. By the 4th day, my mum was asleep. She was I know that she was in a coma. She was in such a deep sleep because the 3 days that she was there, every time they moved her body, she was going, ow, ow. She was in a lot of pain. So they had to inject her with more painkillers. But then the painkillers made her sleep, so we could hear her snoring. So we knew that my mum hadn't slept in months because obviously she was in excruciating pain. So when they injected her, she then went into a deep, deep sleep. Now, my mum had hypoglycemia when she was here after the stroke. So I know that when the sugar levels go down, you go into hypoglycemia, which is basically the danger zone. So 5 or 6 days into being in the hospice, they messaged me because my daughter said, I'm going to go and stay with Lola. I ain't leaving her. So my daughter literally stayed in the hospital from the moment we got there until the moment we left. She said, I made a promise to Lola. I ain't leaving her until she's gone, until she takes her last breath. And that child did exactly what she said she was going to do. For me, that was a bit of a relief because I knew that if my mum was with my daughter, I could come home and try to sleep. So I would go home, come back, go home, come back. But my mum was only there for what, 8 days? They told her she was only going to be here they said, we'll take care of your mum for a week. We'll symptom manage her. When she gets better, then we'll send her home. So the last night, I went home. She died on the 8th. I went home on the 6th. People were visiting my mum. I really did not want to be around anybody crying and mourning and all this shit. I'm just that's how I felt about it. I don't want to be around people that are going to cry and mourn and be sad. Fuck that. I've got no more tears to cry. I've got no more tears to shed. I can't fucking do it anymore. But then I'd come home and then I'd cry because I can't see my mum. And then I go there on the 8th. And it was crazy because, no, on the 7th, it was all the girls. So it was my sister, me, my niece, and my daughter, all the girls. And my sister literally said to me, is it me or does mum already look like she's dead? And I go, she's in a coma. Her spirit is out, in and out of the body. I could sense that my mum, but because it was so close to home, it's like I wasn't allowed to see my mum's spiritual body because it's too close to home. But I could sense and feel every ounce of my mother in that room. So Kimberly and my sister goes home. Kimberly's my niece. They go home on the 7th, about 9 p.m. It's me and my daughter in the hospital on the 8th. And we're both falling asleep. The nurses, Rita, and I can't remember the other nurse's name. I will at some point. They come into the room. It's about 2 in the morning on the 8th of November. They come into the room and they say, we're going to change your mum's position and we're going to change your mum's nappy and all that. And I said, yeah, come in. And there was a dim light in the corner. But at this point, my mum's breathing had changed. And she was basically like, that's how she was breathing. Prior to that, there was none of this. In fact, no, there was something. Before it was gargling. They took out her Libre 2 days before because they basically said there is no point in checking for her sugar levels. We can't manage the sugar levels anymore. She's already at the end stages of her life. So what does that mean? If you're going to take out her Libre, that means she's going to go into hypoglycemia. So it is inevitable that she was just going to die because her kidneys are going to fail. They're already failing anyway. They're already 2%. Kidneys supposed to be 40, by the way, 40%. And hers was on 2. So I already knew at some point that she was going to go. So when the nurses came in, her breathing went from gargling, like I could hear the bubbles. It was like she was drowning in her own fluid while she was in a coma. But then at 2:10, when they walked in and they were going to change her position, me and my daughter looked at my mum and we looked at each other and we knew that at some point during this period, she was going to take her last breath. So she was literally, and it was now I'm sorry, but does anyone remember an episode in Friends when Ross and Monica went to go and see their grandma? It was one of the early shows. And then they went to go and see their grandma because their grandma was passing away. Right. My mum, I said to Eliza, I remember that episode. So listen to this. I looked at my daughter and my mum was going. And then she stopped. And my daughter was crying. I was just like this. Didn't cry. And I went, she's gone, babe. She's gone. And it was 2:13 at night. 13 is my mother's birthday. And I thought that was quite odd. The nurses came back in. They said, all right, we're going to give her a few minutes. And I was like, a few minutes for what? After 2 minutes of this, my mum came back. She came back. And then she went, and I was like, Mum, you've got no unfinished business. Go. Don't worry about us. We're okay. That's literally what I was saying. I was like, well, why did you come back? I was like, go, Mum. Go. You have no unfinished business. You have nothing left to do. We're going to be okay, Mum. I know you're here and I know you can hear me. Go. And then she went. And then I went to my daughter. Now she's gone. It was that friend. I remembered Friends. It was like, and do you remember when the grandmother came back? Ross was going to give his grandma a kiss and then he screamed because out of nowhere she just came back to life. It was literally like that. I was literally holding up my hand to my daughter and I was going, hold on. And I'm like listening for a breath to see if she was going to come back again. But she didn't. I was like, now she's gone. It was so beautiful. It was a light switch. And I remember when she had taken her last breath, the nurses coming into the room at 2:15 with a stethoscope to listen to her chest. And they said, she's gone. I was like, oh, I know, because she came back for like 2 minutes and then she pissed off again. Like, she must have been so worried about me and my daughter, that she had to just double check that we were going to be okay. That's something my mum would do. But it was beautiful. And she looked beautiful. And my daughter wrapped her arms around my mum, and I took a picture of my daughter and my mum. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful. So when the nurses came in at 2:30 now, give me 1 second, guys. I had to have her on my live. It had to be done. So I haven't lost my mum, you know. I haven't. My mum had this necklace on her. It's a lapis lazuli. She's had this on her for more than 10 years, and I gifted it to her. And I said to my siblings, if mum passes away and I'm not there, make sure you take off her necklace. I need it. Because I knew her energy was going to be in this necklace. I knew it. And when my mum took her last breath, they said, what would you like to do? The nurses said. And I basically said to them, and they were all lovely. The night staff was lovely. I watched them like a hawk. And at one point I was like, could you let me know what time I have to leave? When I didn't know I was able to sleep there. At one point I said to the nurses, can you let me know what time I have to leave so I can do the last change for my mum? And then they said, oh no, that's not your job anymore. We're going to change your mum's nappies. And that was like already in the first days of her staying at that hospice, St. Joseph's Hospice. I swear to God, they're the best. They're amazing in every way. You go to the toilet and there's a little box in the toilet and it says, take whatever you want. And they're like feminine things in there. And I was like, oh my God, it's like, it really is charity. It's an amazing place. That in Hackney, it's an amazing place. And I even said to my daughter, when it's my time, you put me in there. And then she was like, no, Mum. And I was like, no, you put me in there when it's my time, because look how lovely these people are. Me and my daughter, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. It was 3 o'clock in the morning and we packed all our stuff from the hospice and we left on that day that she passed away. An hour after she passed away, we left. Now, I'm going to talk about when my mum was in a coma and she was in hospital, the 7 days that my mother was there, because she only was there for 7 days and then she died. It was 7 days of her supposed to be there, manage her symptoms and then come home. But she died. And I think she could see from another perspective that if she did come home, it would have been, because she already had said to me, this is not a life for you, Anna. And this is not a life for me. I don't want to live like this. And my mother, her best friends came over. And they actually, like, before she went to the hospice, and they were saying to my mum, oh, Leonie, we're going to pray for you. And she was like, stop praying for me to get strong. Pray for me to go. I don't want to be here anymore. She was very, very clear. She kept on saying, stop praying for me to get better. I want to go. Don't pray for me getting healthy and getting better. This is not the life for me. I'm 80. I've done my time. Don't pray for me to have a long life. Pray for me to go peacefully in my sleep. And she did. She went peacefully in her sleep. I want to tell you something, though, that my mum did in a coma. The 7 days that my daughter was staying there, she would say to her grandma, all right, Nanny, Lola, I'm going for a smoke. So my daughter would leave the hospice and she would cross the road and then go and smoke under the bridge. And then she was on the phone, and she was thinking about her grandma, and then she said something out loud. She said, Lola, if you can hear me, send me a sign. And my daughter said that when she looked at the phone, it was 33. And she goes, that for me was a sign, because the moment I looked at it, because we keep seeing threes everywhere, the whole family, we keep seeing threes everywhere. And my daughter said, and the 3 thing started from there. So she was like, Lola, if you can hear me, send me a sign. And she looked at the phone, and it was something like, I don't know, 333. So she was like, all right, that must be my granny, that must be my Lola, my grandma's number. So it started from that. Everyone's seeing free everywhere. My mum died on the 8th. When we went to go and get her death certificate, they said, go down the hall and turn right. So we go down the hall and turn right. And guess what room it is? 38. There's that 3, and there's the 8 when she passed away. I would look at my phone and go, Mum, are you with me? And then I look at the phone, I look at my computer, and it's 2133. 2 and 1 is 3, 33. And I keep seeing this number everywhere. I asked my mum a question in front of my daughter. And I said to my mum, I said, Mum, if I'm supposed to be doing this, I need you to send me confirmation. And the confirmation I need, and your granddaughter is the witness to what I'm asking you. Either she can see it or I can see it. This is the answer that I need to this question. Send me 3 blue butterflies. 3 blue butterflies by my birthday, which is December 26th, so I know what the answer is. It was 5 hours later. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. My daughter sends me a ping to my WhatsApp. And she sends me 3 blue butterflies. And I go to my daughter, whoa, what is that? And she goes, you asked Lola for 3 blue butterflies in regards to your question. And you said it doesn't matter whether I get it or, you know, your granddaughter gets it. Send me 3 blue butterflies so I know the answer to this question. And I said, but where did you find that? She goes, I was scrolling on TikTok. And then all of a sudden I see 3 blue butterfly tattoos. Not 5, not 20, not 1, not 2, 3 blue butterflies. So my mum was very active. When I left the hospice, I said to my mum, because I knew her soul was out of the body hovering, and I said to my mum, go and do your rounds. Like go and pay a visit to all of our family. Everybody dreamt of my mum. The only person that hasn't dreamt of my mum is my daughter, me, and my big brother. She's going to everybody else. I started to get a little bit pissed off now, because it's like, are you taking the piss? Like, you better come to me. But I feel like she knows that me seeing her physically, or me seeing her in the spiritual, you know, I've always said to my mum when she was alive, when you pass away, make sure you show me your actual full form. But I also understand it takes a lot of energy for them to lower their vibration, to show themselves in physical form. And I think she understood that I was just not ready for this, because I have to detach from her to some degree. I've got to detach from her. But that woman is turning off my lights, turning off my siblings' lights, making things fall over. I mean, she is just showing up everywhere. And I was like, okay, I know you're with me. I've always said to you guys, the difference between you and your loved one is your soul is still in the body having a human experience. Their soul is out of the body and free. Out of the body and free to do whatever they need to do. So they've even seen her in the Philippines. So my mum, when she was in the Philippines, my mum put up a hammock. And my cousins were looking out of the window one night. There was no wind, no nothing. And the hammock in the Philippines was swinging back and forth. And this is the Philippines. There ain't no air there. It's bloody hot. It's 40 degrees. It was nighttime. There was nothing like a cool breeze, nothing. And my cousin noticed that the hammock was going back and forth, like this. I've always thought that my mum, from what I gathered, wanted a funeral. But a funeral is what, £20,000 these days? A plot of land is what, 10 grand? And then you've got to buy the coffin, and then you've got to buy a headstone, and you've got to buy all of this crap. I mean, that's fine. But me, I want to be cremated when I die, just so I can leave my daughter not having to worry about anything. So in the Filipino tradition, we're supposed to bury our loved ones. I'm half Filipino, okay? And I'm half Brazilian. So the way I see it is, I understand what you're saying. My siblings, mainly my big sister, like, she wanted to have the funeral and the burial, you know, in the coffin and whatever. But there was something in the depth of my being, in the depth of my soul. I had to cremate my mum. I have to cremate her. And the reason why I have to cremate my mum is because I need to bring her back to the Philippines and scatter half of her ashes with her parents and her siblings. It was a knowing. But my sister kept on planting doubt in my energy, because she was like, yeah, but the Filipino tradition. And I'm like, listen, if you want to do a whole funeral, you want to get the plot of land and you want to get the headstone, and you can pay for all of that, because I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it, because everything in my fiber is telling me that we need to cremate mum, because she needs to go home to the Philippines. And apparently it's like 25 grand to bring a body from one country to another country. And I just don't have that kind of money at the minute. So everybody said to my sister, it's not really up to you. Mum lived with Anna. Anna knows mum. You don't make the final say, even though you're the older sibling. It's up to Anna. There is no one can say shit, because Anna is the one that was taking care of mum. There you go. So listen to this. It's crazy. Crazy. So my sister was coming round to the whole cremation thing. She started talking to all her Filipino friends, and they're like, oh, cremation is quite normal nowadays. And it doesn't matter what anybody said. I knew I had to I want my mum's half of her ashes here with me, and I want half of her ashes in the Philippines. That's how I wanted it. Yeah, I want to be cremated, 100%. So, what happened was, just so much shit that happened and so many synchronicities. It was absolutely bonkers. So, my sister was coming round, went to the funeral home, we discussed it, the cremation thing. She started crying her eyes out because, you know, she's the Pisces sister that has to cry about everything. I'm the Capricorn sister that's like, let's get shit done, you know. And they were like, what's your mum like? Tell me her personality. And I showed them a picture of my mum. They're like, oh, we summed her up straight away. She's vibrant. She's like a rainbow. She brings life into the situation. She's just everything. She's just all rainbows. So on that day, I think it made my sister feel a little bit better. But the craziest thing happened a couple of days later. So even though I knew deep down in my soul that we had to cremate my mum because I had to bring half of her ashes to the Philippines, there was still a part of me that had a little bit of doubt. And then I thought to myself, you know what? We need to bring mum to the Philippines. So we're planning on booking our ticket. We don't know when yet, but we're definitely going to book a ticket to go to the Philippines. And my sister was saying to me, oh, I found something on this website, a cheap ticket to go to Philippines on this day, whatever. And I was like, yeah, can you use Ida? Because Ida is somebody that my mum has been using for about 15 years. And she goes, can you use Ida? And she was like, yeah, but I don't know. I said, look, shop around. Don't just go to that one person. She goes, okay, fine. 3 birds with 1 stone. She gets a cheaper ticket with Ida. There was something in me that told my sister to use Ida, the woman that my mum's been using forever. With the other airline, she had to bring my mum's ashes to the embassy, the Filipino embassy, to have it sealed, apparently. So she had to get her cremation in the box. She had to actually physically go to the embassy to have it sealed. And then she can, because there's like rules when you go home to the Philippines and you bring ashes, they have to have it sealed by the embassy. With Ida, you don't need to have it sealed. She said, all you got to do is have it sealed by the place that's cremating her. That's more than enough. That's number 2. Number 3, and this is the best one of all. My sister calls Ida. She talks about buying a ticket, and Ida goes, oh, how is your mum? Is she all right? How's she doing nowadays? How is she? When is she going to go home? My sister goes, my mum died. And she was like, oh my God, no, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to hear the loss of your mum. I'm so sorry. And she goes, yeah. And now we want to cremate her and bring her ashes to the Philippines. Oh, did you know that that's what your mum told me? When my sister told me that, I broke down and cried. I had bogies coming out of my nose. I was crying like I was a little child. Oh my God. I was like, you fucking kidding me? And she was like, no. She goes, the travel agent that mum's been using for 10 years confirmed with me that mum spoke to her and said, I want to be cremated and I want my cremations, my remains to be buried in the Philippines with my siblings and my father and my mother. I said, I fucking told you that's what mum wanted. I told you. My mum didn't even tell me that. She didn't tell any of my siblings that. She told some person that sold her a ticket to the Philippines that she wanted to be cremated. But do you see how when you get a strong gut feeling to follow it? So I kept on forcing my sister, go to Ida, I had a strong sensation, book your tickets with Ida because my mum's been using her for 15 years, only to find out that she happened to tell Ida that she wanted to get cremated and she wanted to be brought to Philippines. That is validation within itself. I just cried my eyes out and then I just laughed my ass off. Because I was like, mum, man, you crazy girl. You're really showing me what you need and what you want. Validation, absolutely. So when you can come out of this, listen, grieve, be angry, be sad, be pissed off because you lost somebody that you love. They're not physically here anymore. Sometimes it feels like you want to hear their voice, but you can't. So I just go onto recordings to hear my mum's voice. But they are 1000% here. They are 1000% here. She has never left me. I can't sit here and say to you that it feels like my mum's gone because she ain't. She isn't. So I'm telling you now, our loved ones don't go. I already told you I had my near-death experience and I did not want to come back. So I understood that when my mum left and I said, Mum, you got no unfinished business, go. She just released herself from her pain of the physical body, the anxiety that the body comes with, the mental angst that the body comes with. She left all of that crap behind. And guess what? Everybody, I need to show you something. Everybody that has told me a story about my mum when she's come into their dreams, they all told me, this is the one question I asked. What color was her hair? And they said, it's like that portrait that you have of your mum. Her hair was black. So my mum has reverted back to being 30. Not even 30. I reckon it's 37. I'm going to show you what my mum looks like in death. That is what my mum looks like. So those are my brothers and my sisters. That's my dad. That is what my mum looks like. Because I knew that there was no way. I've always said to everybody, yep, I've always said to everybody, All the loved ones that I see on the other side, they don't look like how they did when they crossed over. They look like they are 30, 22, 33, the oldest. That's what my mum looks like in death. Can you see her? And that's my dad. In her prime. Absolutely in her prime. And so for those of you who think that when your loved ones cross over, they look the way they did when they died, they really don't. They don't. And if somebody dies as a child, they grow on the other side. So that is a portrait that when I have, because I'm moving from this house, I can't stay here anymore because it's too painful to be here. But that's what my mum looks like. How beautiful is she? And everybody said she looks like that portrait. She looks like that portrait. That's what my mum looks like now. In death. Look at her. She's so hot. So, when everybody told me that that's what my mum looked like, I knew she was good. We have her funeral on the 27th of November. And my sister-in-law said, Anna, I was in church the other day. And I was like, okay. And then she goes, I was telling the nuns about the funeral date for mum. And I was like, oh, okay. And what? And she goes, and the nun that I was talking to had goosebumps when I told her the day of her funeral. Because she has a memorial on the 25th, but then she has her funeral just for the siblings and the family. Just for the family on the 27th. Hold on a second. And I said, what happened? And she goes, yeah, but you won't believe what day 27th of November is. And hold on a second. She said, Mother Mary. Oh, by the way, there was a nurse when my mum died. There was a nurse there. Give me 1 second. There was a nurse there called Rosemary. And I've been, in my tradition, we have to do the rosary for like 40 days or 40 nights. Or some of the Philippines do it for 9 days just to honor the spirit, honor the soul. So we do like the rosary. So I was doing the rosary for like 9 days when my mum passed away after. And I saw a lot of miracles during that time. I also feel the deep energy of Mother Mary everywhere I go. And when my sister-in-law was saying to me, I was telling the nun about when the funeral was for mum, and she said, oh my God, I got goosebumps. Your mother-in-law is in heaven. And then she said, why? What day is the 27th? And then my sister-in-law goes, I think it's Thursday. And she goes, no. She goes, the apparition of Virgin Mary appeared on the 27th of November, 1830. 1830. There's that 8 and there's that 3 again. And she was like, I got goosebumps. She goes, your mother-in-law is in heaven because the day that her funeral is the day that Mother Mary, Virgin Mary, appeared in France on the 27th of November, 1830. What are the chances of that? I didn't know that. I didn't know that was that day signified anything to do with Mother Mary. I had no idea. And there's me doing the rosary for the past 9 days, only to find out that was the case. So again, it's like all of these beautiful miracles and all of these little happenings that keep showing up in my energy. It's just madness, just crazy. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to fly on the 8th and I don't know, the 8th of a month, and then come back on the 3rd or the 30th of a month. I would not be surprised if that happened. And if it did, oh my God, I'm going to show you my ticket when I come back. So I wouldn't be surprised. So I'm doing pretty well after my mum's passed over, and the only reason why I'm okay with my mum having crossed over was because of the pain that she was in. Nobody wants to see somebody that they love in excruciating pain. Nobody. So when my mum crossed over to the other side, the first thing that I felt was a sigh of relief. It was a relief, a sigh of relief. So I'm still waiting for my mum to appear. I'm still waiting for my mum to come into my dreams. There was a dream that I had briefly of me in the Philippines, but it felt like the house that I was in was her. So it felt so strongly like I had to take her to the Philippines. And one of my cousins in the Philippines actually said to my sister, I had a dream of Auntie, and Auntie said, bring me home. So there's another validation that she needed to go home. So many symbols, so many signs, so many synchronicities going on here. Our loved ones don't go. They never go. I felt a sense of peace when my mum left. Obviously, I'm sad because I'm never going to be able to touch her, smell her head when I kiss her forehead, smell her hair, hear her beautiful voice. She was such a great singer. And I have all of these videos to remind me of my mother. I am her legacy, and so are my siblings. Her grandchildren are her legacy. And I have to remember that. And my mum made a very big impact in the world. And I knew that as soon as my mum left her physical body, she went into that place of healing, because that's where they take you. Eli, you're the first one on my list. That's where they take you. They take you to that place of healing. As soon as somebody, like if somebody has passed away of cancer and they had excruciating pain, you don't go heaven straight away. Diana, you're on my list. You don't go to, you're already in heaven. It's already blissful when you go into the tunnel anyway. But what they do is, when you have had such a lot of trauma in the soul from that lifetime, they put you in a room that is basically filled with a whole bunch of Tinkerbells that are just spreading like the gold dust all over you, to cleanse the soul bit by bit from all of the experiences that you've had in this physical life. It's amazing. I cannot wait. I understand that I have a purpose, and I understand that I have a lot of things to do here before I go. But I tell you, when it's my time, I'm going to be like, bye. Bye, everybody. Have a good life. So it was so hard for the first week. But as we get on, and as my mum keeps on showing me that she's here, I have started to be more lighter in my energy. My mum wants me to live. She said, you love me enough to die for me. Love me enough to live for me. That's what my mum wants me to do. I was so intertwined in my misery that I didn't even stop to see my baby. I didn't stop to see how much pain my daughter was in, because I'm so tired. I'm so exhausted from changing mum's nappies. You don't know what I have to do. I have to sort out the death certificate. I have to tell everybody and announce to the world. I didn't even stop to see my baby girl, because my baby girl took that hit so hard. And I didn't know how hard she took it until we got into a fight. And I was like, shit, I can't, I gotta take care of my girl. I didn't know. You know when you're in your grief so much that you don't see anything else? I forgot to see my baby. And I do now. I saw it. My mum opened up my eyes. Watch out for that one. So that was an awakening for me. So I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful for that. All right. I'm sorry for talking, but I have no one to talk to. So I'm talking to you lot. Thank you for listening to my story. There is life after life. I will say that. There is life after life, guys. 1000%. All right. So if you would like to get on my list, I'm going to try and post this up on my YouTube channel, but I do highly recommend that you record it. As you know, I'm going to do a 7-card reading for my subscribers. So if you would, is it super fans now? I don't even know. I've been on here for such a long time. Everything's changed. Yes, talking is therapy. They actually asked me if I wanted therapy. I don't need therapy because I think therapy is fabulous. And I said, maybe when my mum dies, I will. But I don't feel like I need it because my mum is still in my energy. She's still with me. And it's like, why do I need therapy for somebody that she's not missing? My mum's found. So for me, it's like, I don't, if I will, I love therapy. I think therapy is amazing. I think it does a lot of clearing and cleansing. But for now, I feel like I'm okay. I feel like I'm okay. Angels, guides, loved ones, draw close to me and my family here on TikTok and use me as a vessel to give clear, concise, love and light messages, and love and light, please, and love and light. So if you would like to get on my list and you would like to get a 7-card reading, general or something specific, it is the carousel just above the screen or in the gift box below. Eli, you're going to be the first person that I'm going to read for. I just need to know, give me 1 second. I just need to know if you would like a general reading or if you're looking for something specific. I'm more sensitive now to everyone and everything to the point that I feel like it's a bit much. So I'm always saying to like my angels and my guides and my loved ones and my mum now and my dad, could you ease up the energy a little bit? Because it's a little bit intense for me. Just like light up some incense. So general and love. All right, here we go. Give me 1 second, guys. Love. The first thing that I feel when I'm connecting to you, Eli, general love, okay. I feel hot and cold energy, mixed signals, pull and push energy. Like, are you in a relationship or are you single? It feels like there's supposed to be some sort of moving energy. I don't know whether you're supposed to be moving. I don't know if it's moving on from something, moving house, change of residence, changing of partner. Are you in a relationship? Are you single? Because it feels like I feel hot and cold in a relationship. There's an energy that feels hot and cold. I don't know if this is coming from you and or the person that you're connected to, but it feels like it's hot and cold energy, mixed signals energy. I don't know. Again, like you might be like, that's not me. It could, oh, it's both of you. Okay, so I'm picking up. I'm way too this loss of my mother has made me feel I'm even more sensitive than before. There's some resilience, there's something unseen. I just heard love can be blind. Pay attention to red flags. I feel like there's a possibility that there could be a disconnect later on down the line, getting some sort of closure, leaving something behind. This is what I'm feeling as I'm connecting to you. There's some resistance as well. Discontent. I feel like my back is turned. I feel like there's an energy where there was a thought behind the connection, the relationship, but then it didn't seem to be what you think that what you thought it was. Does that make sense? It doesn't seem to be what you thought it was going to be. All right, here we go. You guys, loved ones, what does Eli need to know? Please, in love and light. Look, there's a feeling of discontentment. The 5 of Cups is always a card of feeling a bit sad, apprehensive, unsure about the connection, hot and cold energy. Again, the feeling of mixed signals. I feel like it's a very passionate connection, but I also feel like you and or your person, there's a need for expansion here. I feel like, again, this is a travel card. So this is like waiting for something to happen before you make plans to move forward. I feel like in your energy, it feels like you need to take action on something that you need to take action on something. Like, don't procrastinate or wait. Something needs to happen now, and you need to do it sooner rather than later. If you've got an overwhelming feeling of needing to do something, what are you waiting for? Whether it's making the connection stronger or finalizing the connection and saying, look, I don't think this is going to work. We need to go our separate ways. There's something in this energy where I will say that there is movement and expansion in general, especially in and around the relationship. It feels like somebody's fighting to be seen. I don't know if you feel like it. I don't know if you're feeling like it doesn't matter what I do, you can't seem to see or understand me to some degree, or if this is coming from your person or both of you. But this is about having to fight to be seen, fight to remain on top of your game. If you are not happy where you are, then move. Look, walk away. Someone at some point is going to turn their back on this, what I can say, stuck energy. In order for your life to move forward, you have to make a conscious decision to move forward into something that makes you happy. If you are not happy where you currently are, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do? So there is a lot of creative energy around you, Eli. Creative projects, inspirational energy, a lot of movement, but you need to get unstuck. The Hangman is, you are self-sacrificing yourself so you don't hurt that person, or you're self-sacrificing because you don't want to waste. No, you're self-sacrificing because you feel like you've invested a lot in this connection, and you may feel like you have to stay there against whatever it is that you or your person may be feeling. Ultimately, your fifth card is needing to move away. This is abandon, retreat, move on, walk away from the current situation if it no longer serves you. If you're feeling emotional discontentment, your energy is expanding whether you know it or not, with or without your partner. And I feel like it's time for you to reevaluate your situation and basically get unstuck. The Hangman is an enlightened energy. The Hanged Man is an enlightened human being. The Hanged Man is like, I know what I need to do, but for some reason I feel stuck in this situation and I'm not really sure how to navigate these waters. Just do it. Do it. Just do it. So follow the golden rule. Treat everybody how you wanted to be treated, how you want to be treated. Love, respect, and honesty. Nothing is going to come of this situation. This is why you got the walk away card. So if you're not happy where you currently are, you either have to fix it and make it work, or you need to walk away because life is too short. Life is way too short to be in a situation that you're unhappy in. Now, I'm going to pull you a guided message, and this is your guided message. You can look at it on YouTube and pause it. But this is what it says, Eli. You are exactly where you're meant to be at this time in your life's journey. You have come to this, and it's all worth it. Move forward, think forward, take one step at a time. Take one step at a time. But does that not say move forward? Think forward. It's your whole reading, general in life and in your relationship. So I hope that helps you in some way. I've got Aries, Leo, Sagittarius on the table, as well as Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. So I hope that helps you in some way, Eli. Decide. Make a choice. Make a decision. Diana, you're next on my list. If you would like to get on my list and you would like to get a 7-card reading, it is the carousel above the screen or in the gift box below. Angel numbers have been seen everywhere. What numbers have you seen, Eli? Before I get to Diana. $1111, you're on my list. Ones is always the doorway. One is as above, so below. What you think, you'll create here in the physical world. 1111 is the doorway. You seem to be seeing a lot of master numbers. So number 1 is make a move. Number 3 is partnership, collaboration, and expansion. Number 5 is change. So something needs to change. April, you're on my list. Diana, okay, so messages, finances, and dad. All right, so the first thing that I feel like I have to say to you, just be patient. It's not the right time, Diana. Don't make a decision so quickly. Whatever it is that you need to decide on, take some time on it. Pay attention to the message, because I feel like your father is trying to send you messages, and I feel to some degree when life happens, it's really hard to see the messages. Your father is telling me that he sees your thoughts. So whatever it is that you're thinking, he can see. It's like a web. It's like a web. Don't make a decision so fast. Consequences, bad choices, playing games, mixed signals, energy. There is a doorway that's going to open up for you, or an opportunity that's going to present itself to you. Watch out for the bumblebees. That means Jesus. So what would Jesus do is what I always say to myself. What would Jesus do? There's a need for you to find some sort of excitement and good times is what I'm hearing. Find excitement and good times. Don't be so in the physical world, because the physical world takes you away from the spiritual world, doesn't it now? Your sadness, your grief, your worries, and all of that takes you away from the physical world. So I will say this to you. Take a breath. Find some sort of ecstasy energy, you know, chasing thrills, having good times, having some sort of excitement. That's what you need to do. I hear your thoughts. I see your thoughts. And these thoughts in the spiritual world creates like a web of thoughts. And what does the web create? You catch things, don't you? You catch things. So the way I'm seeing it is take a breath. Take a breath. Finances. So that's what I'm getting from your father. And I'm hearing the bumblebee, because it means good luck. It means the bumblebee and honey always represents abundance. It represents abundance. So don't you forget that. All right, here we go. Thanks, guys, loved ones. This is for Diana. What does Diana need to know? Please, in love and light. There's something about your phone. I don't know if you need to check the messages or unseen messages, or you need to check your like, don't ignore something, Diana. I keep hearing, see the message. See the message. Because it feels like everything is, so many people, so chaotic, energy-wise. All right, what does Diana need to know? Please, finances. Dad. There is some good news coming your way. It's going to be some sort of creative energy, creative project. There is good news. There is going to be a message or an offer coming to you. I am seeing that. Three days, 3 weeks, 3 months, the third of a month. Here you go, the Three of Wands. Expansion in the energy of finances, collaboration and partnership, teamwork, travel. And then you got the Three of Coins. You're going to see 333 everywhere you go. 3 days, weeks, months, or the third of a month where things will be activated in your favor. Three of Coins is the Three of Money. So the Three of Money again is collaboration and teamwork, brushing up on your skills, quality of work, adding more quality to the work. There is already finances in your energy. Whoa. Sorry. The Six of Coins. Look at that. I said there's already finances in your work. That's the next card that comes out. So if you can let go and trust that everything is going to be okay and that our parents have got our back on the other side, this is going to happen. So you're asking specifically about finances. Well, in the midst of your reading is the Six of Coins, which is what you put out, you're going to get back in. So the equal balance of give and take and is generosity. Giving and receiving, helping. It will come to you in all shapes and all forms, all shapes and sizes. Slow and steady wins the race. You're asking about finances. Here is the Knight of Coins. This is slow and steady wins the race, when the money will come to you. The pay rise, the offer, an investment, somebody that wants to invest with you. This could be somebody that could be a relationship to some degree, or it could be, again, a partnership. The Five of Swords is you needing to get out of the way. This is why I was saying to you, you might be thinking about something. This may not be the right time to do it. Stand still, take it slow, and then everything will unfold. The middle parts of your cards are all coins. What is the Anchor card? Oh my God. I said to you, bumblebees. Now, the last time I saw bumblebees' spiritual meaning, it represents Jesus, honey, and abundance. And look what's anchoring your reading. Abundance, the Empress, blessings, leadership, creativity, all of these ideas that you want to give birth to, good ideas. Wait. I have to say wait. Because all good things come to those who wait. Now, your fifth card is the Five of Swords. And this is conflict of the mind. Short-lived battles, argumentative, feeling like I won the battle but I didn't win the war energy. Not so dramatic, but it's that. Because anchoring all of this is the Empress. So am I worried about you in finances? No. I'm going to tell you something right now. Me and my mum shared the cost of everything because we lived together. But when my mum passed, I was like, how am I going to survive? How am I going to get through this? How am I going to do all of this? And then I remembered I did it already. On the streets, having no money, not being able to feed my kid. Yeah, you've already been through the experience. But I went into that experience with hope that the universe has got my back in regards to finances. You have that. So all you have to do, expect powerful changes and be all right. Just live your bliss. Look at that. Live your bliss. Take every day. Every moment is precious. This is your guided message. Look, it says release. Release any residual anger and unforgiveness in your mind. Let go of old emotions and attachments so that you can bring in new energies into your life. You can't make this shit up. Did I not say to you, if it's not the right time, don't make any fast decisions, bad choices, mixed signals. There's an opportunity coming in for you, and it solidifies it in this one guided message for you. Release anything that you're worried about. You're worrying about finances. You're worrying about how you're going to get by. Don't worry about it. Give it to your loved ones on the other side. They'll take care of you. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Libra, in your reading. You're so welcome. This is what I'm going to do now that my mum's gone. Well, you know what I mean. I ain't going to worry about shit. Because I've always said to all of you guys, when you have a loved one, on the other side, they're going to make it through that love energy that they have for you. They're going to make everything possible for you. But there are certain things in your life, in your soul blueprint, that you have chosen to experience, and you have actually told them not to intervene. So you know what the feeling is. Even if it's the worst kind of feeling in the world, I don't know, like losing your mum and your dad and your cat and your nanny, and then finding out your brother's got cancer. It's like that is only going to set the stage for the rest of your whole life. So just take it as it comes. We're all going home. We're all going to go home. And this, we're going to look back at this and go, my God, I was worrying about all my debts and my bills, and I was worrying about all of this shit, and I'm not even attached to it. You know what they say when you leave the physical body? You don't even really care about what's going on here. You love your family, you love your loved ones, but you're not attached to this body. This is not who you are. You're a soul having a human experience, right? All right, 1111, you're going to be next on my list. I still have some spaces. If you would like to get on my list, it is the carousel above the screen or in the gift box below. 1111, you're going to be next on my list. I hope that helped you, Diana, in some way. And I'm sending your dad with you. All right, I'm going to get through the list and then I will start doing readings for everybody. Sonia, you're on my list. My list is still open, guys. All right, here we go. I'm good, thank you, honey. I am good. All right, 1111. I will do everybody in the room, but you just have to be patient with me because I would like to just make sure that I get my gifters first, get them out of the way, get my gifters out of the way, and then try to read for everybody, because I don't want, you don't have to, this is for everybody who wants an in-depth reading. And I'll still get to you even though I could not have survived without any of you guys on levels that you will never understand. You'll figure it out. When we get to the other side, you're going to see how much you saved my life. All of my subscribers, all of my super fans, you have no idea what you have done for me. And I'm always saying to God, if you're going to bless me, you're going to have to bless them as well. You're going to have to bless them as well. All right, here we go. Teresa, you're on my list. All right, 1111, general. I feel like emotional storm in my energy, the need for communication, the truth hurts, a reality check, wake up call, clearing the eyes. It's like if you can't see something clearly because your emotions are like in turmoil or affected by all the other energies around you, and then it feels unstable, I feel like you will continue to attract things that you don't want, because we are a vibrational frequency in a physical body. So I have noticed that when I was down and out, I felt like down and out energy was coming my way. But when I started to pick my vibration up, I was able to feel my mum, feel everyone, even more so than ever before. So I feel like there's an apology coming your way. I don't know who owes you an apology, but I feel like there's an apology coming your way. There's a need for you to communicate and talk about it. There's also a need to compromise, forgive, work it out. And it doesn't mean to be forgiving someone else. It could be forgiving you for tormenting yourself. And we do that. We're the only person that can really torment us is ourselves. I mean, we're really good at doing that. I mean, don't get me wrong. We have people outside of us that try to irritate the living daylights out of us. But the one who really, really can torment our own souls is ourselves. How? By the stupid things that go through our mind. By the silly things that we tell ourselves. And then creating it into the energy because we think it, feel it, say it. So we co-create the energy. So you have got to... Sometimes the truth hurts, but the truth is good either way. So I don't know if there is somebody in your energy that needs to make an apology. I feel like you're going to attract all the people that you need to attract in your life, because we have a soul contract with each and every one of them. Be it they come into our life temporarily for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, or 20 years. But I do feel like there is a need for communication, truths coming out. I feel like my emotions are a little bit, I feel like my emotions are to some degree affected. I feel tired when I connect with you, 1111. And it could just be that people are draining you. 1111, angel guys, loved one. What does 1111 need to know? Please, in love and light. Emotional, I am feeling off. There. The Seven of Cups. It's like so much shit going on. So many cups. Blaming it on retrograde. Retrograde is here. I know, you know, I don't like a retrograde, but it is here for a reason. It's all those planetary alignments that happen is supposed to shake us to our core so we can spiritually evolve. And that's why we have Mercury retrogrades. So the Seven of Cups talks about commitment issues, too many choices, emotional discomfort or turmoil to some degree, feeling a little bit unstable emotionally, like the emotional storm that I was talking about. But then the need to detach from everything. You're only ever going to get insight, clarity, messages from God, loved ones, when you stand still and when you can practice shutting down the ego. This creates the emotional storm that I was telling you about, because cups represent emotions. Now look how many cups there are there. It's quite a few cups. So it's like dipping your foot into a lot of things and then feeling exhausted and tired and doing and dealing with everything, but not actually taking good care of yourself. Something is going to quickly, swiftly move on for you. So whatever energy that you're in, it ain't going to be here for long. And this is two speed cards, the major and the minor. So first of all, you got the Eight of Wands, speed, necessary changes, travel and relocation, quick changes, news arriving. It's like changes that you didn't even see coming is coming. Coming sooner rather than later? I think so. So this represents the Chariot is the balance of the yin and yang energy. The Chariot is a new vehicle. The Chariot is asking for you to take action because there's a new journey. The Chariot is asking you to find moderation. But you do need to move forward. You're going to have a choice. There's an opportunity and a choice coming your way. The Lover's card is a choice, first and foremost. And the Lover's card is also an indication of a soulmate, a partnership coming into your matrix. So if he's not here yet, he's coming in. Or if this person isn't here yet, this person's coming in. I've got a man. I've got two men in your energy. One younger and one older. Now, you could meet them around travel or work. I see stability, money coming your way, an opportunity for a relationship. But the Lover's card does indicate a choice between two people, two situations, a choice. The Lovers is a choice. It's not just the soulmate card, a divine counterpart. It's a choice between this one and that one. So you're going to have an opportunity and a choice around love. And you're also going to have an opportunity and a chance to collaborate with two masculine energies. So if you're currently in a relationship, these are men that are yet to come into the energy, because I see a lot of movement around you and a lot of options. So then it's collaboration. You may even be able to work. You may be able to down the line collaborate and work with your partner depending on your circumstances. Depending on your circumstances, depending on your current situation. There is a need for an apology. There is a need for communication. Sometimes the truth may hurt, but you need to, in order for us to move forward and move up and move on, there is a need for us to get that clarity. However this clarity comes in, thank the universe for it. Because sometimes clarity will come in harsh ways. Yeah, harsh ways that we didn't think we would be prepared for it, but it needed to come because we signed a contract. We signed that soul contract. So there's a lot of love around you and a lot of stability around you. I am seeing that in your cards. Yes. Look at that. Emotional storm. You need to forgive yourself. Learn how to communicate. Talk about it. Don't keep it in. Sometimes, yes, reality check, the wake up call, clearing your eyes, because sometimes we can't see. The apology that you need is coming your way, 1111, and you are attracting what you send out to the universe. So forgive self. Confidence is key to success. Oh my God. I love you guys. This is balance, harmony, and moderation. What does that say? That says stay balanced. Stay balanced, 1111. Stay strong and positively motivated to attract a constant flow of positive abundance into your life. You can't make this shit up. Let me just see if I can. Stay balanced, stay strong, and positively motivated to attract a constant flow of positive abundance into your life. Look at that. Look at that. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. So I hope that helps you in some way. 1111, sending you love and light, sweetheart. Sending you love and light. My list is still open. If you would like to get an in-depth reading, 7 cards, like I just gave to April, it is the carousel above the screen or in the gift box below. You're so welcome, honey. You're so welcome. April, you're next on my list. I'm just going to get through my list. My list is open if you would like to get a reading. Again, it is the carousel above the screen or in the gift box below. Finances in general, please. April. Okay, here we go. April need to know? Any guides, loved ones, this is for April, please. What does April need to know in love and light, please? What does April need to know? Finances general. Take a gamble. Let go of something that you say goodbye to, something that makes you uncomfortable, that makes you feel heavily burdensome. Don't look back. Don't think backwards. Get out of the energy of conflict, clashing, difficulties, differences. Get rid of the energy of feeling hopeless to some degree. There is a window for you, April, around life in general and in and around finances. Make good choices when it comes to finances. Savings is what I just heard. Save. Oh God, I couldn't save to save my life. Here we go. April. What does April need to know, please? April. What does April need to know, please? The more we worry about finances, when you put time, energy, and thought into whatever that is around finances, the energy will take more of your finances. But when you focus on finances and gratitude and abundance, and people say, how do you do that? Just be thankful for what you got now in this moment. And in this moment, you'll start to attract to you what you need, what you want. April, general finances. There's something that you can't see. There's something that you can't see yet. Are you in a relationship? There's a lot of things here. When I connect into your energy, there's a lot of things here. There's a lot of feelings here of a bit of sadness, a bit of conflict, feeling a bit challenged to some degree. But there is something that you need to see that you can't see yet. It's like you need to see over the mountain peak. Because I feel like stability doesn't come from having someone. Stability comes from you having yourself. Because you are with yourself from the moment you're born till the moment you die. You are your own worst enemy and you're your own best friend. So the way I'm looking at you, when I'm connecting to your energy, there's a little bit of everything in your energy, but everything looks really good at the end. Get rid of conflict, take a gamble, let go of something that doesn't serve you, don't look back, change something, get rid of the feeling of hopelessness, loss, feeling alone, because there is a window. And here's the death card. This is literally everything that I've just said in a nutshell. Let go of something that doesn't emotionally fulfill you. The death card is an indication of big changes, endings, time to move on, a rebirth, a transformation of life. When something has to transform, something has to die to transform. It's like my mum, when she passed away, she was reborn in the spirit world. When you leave the spirit world, which is heaven, you're born into the physical world. It's just going in and going out and in and out. It's the same thing with all of us. There is a transformation around you, but you've got to let go of this feeling of hopelessness around finances, general in life. The universe is trying to give you a lot of blessings, actually, but I don't know if you're able to see it. This is why I said to you in the beginning, there's something that you just can't see. There's something that you can't see. You can't comprehend or you can't see that there's a possibility for love on some energetic level. Am I going to be alone? Will I be alone forever? Am I going to have changes in my life? Are things going to be different? You need to be childish and childlike and have some fun. You need to laugh and pee in your pants. The Six of Cups is nostalgia, unexpected gifts and pleasantries, being innocent, talks about reunion, someone from a past life. It talks about pleasantries coming your way, the gift coming your way. You have an opportunity and a choice. Honey, I cannot change the frequency of your body, your soul and your mind. That's not, if I could, I would. If I could click my fingers and tell you to change that, just to tune into a higher frequency, and I could click my fingers, I would do it. But it's not, I'm only here to be the catalyst, to plant that seed, to make those moves, to tune into a higher vibration of love and financial prosperity and the perfect love. It is so hard because you're so intertwined in the physical happening. If I was so intertwined in the death of my mother, the death of my father, the cancer of my brother, putting down my cat, losing my grandmother, I will fucking go mental. I will lose it. I would have probably gone. I would not be here. But I cannot focus on that I know so well that could take me under to the dark side of things. I won't. Do you know why I won't do that? Because I have free will. Because God has gifted me the free will to be happy or to be miserable. Choose. This is the choice. The Lover's card is the choice. Choose love. You have an opportunity for love. Look at that. On every level. Stability, finances. You want to know about general and finances. First of all, you have an opportunity around love. You have an opportunity to get married. You have an opportunity to find your soulmate. You can't get the love card, the marriage card, and the lover's card, which is a soulmate card and an opportunity card, and then you don't get love. But the only way that this will be delayed is you. It's all you. Now, you want to know about finances? Here you go. This is marriage and the signing of a contract, new job, money coming in, stability, financial prosperity. This represents the balancing of the karmic scales. This represents truths coming out. This represents a win-win situation. It's all, look at all your cards. Look, all of these cards are fabulous. The death card is one of the best cards because it means that something is going to end and something new is going to begin. But you have to flow into that energy. Do you understand what I'm saying? There is no bad card in your reading. Not one. Let me see what the anchor card is. Hold on a minute. There's no bad card in your reading. You want to know about finances? Here you go. Queen of Coins. The resourceful queen, the responsible queen, the hard-working queen, the jack-of-all-trade queen, the queen that's going to sign a contract kind of a queen, the queen that's going to have the money that she needs, that she's going to attract. Hello, it's in your karmic energy. You've done something good, true, and just. And now the universe is trying to reward you. But for some reason, you can't see something and you're creating a block to your energy. Now, no wonder the death card is the first card that came out. So my message to you from the universe, April, is let go and basically let God. Be ready for the transformation. It feels like you're not quite there. You're manifesting it, you're thinking it, you said it, but you're not quite ready for it, are you? Because you're still doubtful, still conflicted. Like you said, it's so hard. Tune in like a radio. People always say, how do you manage to connect to the other side? And I go, think of the other side like it's a radio station. You want to tune out of this radio frequency and go on to like capital FM. So you just tune in. So how do I tune in to my mum, to my dad, to my angels and guides? I shut up, I close off my ego, and I just listen. Listen to nothing and listen to everything. That's how you tune in. But it wasn't just God's plan, though. You and God sat down in heaven and you decided what you wanted to experience in this physical form as April. And then God will say, are you sure, April, you want to go through that? And then you'll say, yeah, I do. I can see, you know, a few months from that time frame, I'm going to be absolutely fine. And it's going to mean nothing to me. Everything that happened is just a day. It just happened. It's gone. So you have to look at life that way. Know your truth. Be bold and make the first move. I'm going to flip the screen. All right. What is your guided message, April? Let go. Let go of the past. What is done is done. Shift your... I am so good. Shift your state. Look at that. I just said tune in. I said to you, tune in to a higher frequency. Shift your state. Let go of the past. What is done is done. Shift your state. So this is what I was trying to say to you. You can't see something that's already being created for you by yourself and God. Bloody hell. Shift your state, woman. Sooner rather than later will be very good. Oh my God. So, honey, if you don't shift your state, I will shift it for you, but I'm taking it. So I've got Libra, I've got Gemini, I've got Scorpio, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. Honey, all you got to do is shift your state, and then you need to be where you need to be, man. It's just you. You know what? The way to shift your state is to forgive the past. Stop worrying about tomorrow. Just be in this moment. And you shift and you change the dial to something higher. Oh my God. I think I need to do a poo. Oh my God, that's madness. Oh. All right, if you'd like, my list is still open. I've got 5 more spaces. If anybody would like to get on my list. If anybody would, you're so welcome, sweetheart. If you'd like to get on my list and you would like a 7-card reading, it is the carousel above the screen or in the gift box below. Ah, right. Who's next on my list? Sonia. Sonia. I'm doing my list first and then I'll take care of everybody else. Whew. That was great. That was a great reading. All right, Sonia. Do I see a new job? Do I see new love or a new job in 2026 for you? Thank you. I feel like my energy, first of all, I keep replaying past energy, Sonia. I don't know what you're thinking about, who you're thinking about, replaying a scenario or a situation, or stuck emotionally, sentimental energy, living in a memory of something that once was so good, but then turned out so crap, and then going back into that energy of love. You need a vacation is what I'm hearing. Need to get rid of any hurtful words, any sort of like resentful energy. Blue eyes, you're on my list. Get rid of any resentful energy, any anger, any hurtful words, any bittersweet energy that happened to you in the past that you might still subconsciously be still carrying around. But when I'm in your energy, I keep living in a memory or living in what happened in the past. I don't know if this is with a situation, replaying the past, stuck stuck emotionally, or stuck like sentimental energy. I also feel like you need to be exposed. Like, be your authentic self. Don't conceal or hide. Be who you are supposed to be. And then you will have romantic surprises is what I'm hearing are on the horizon for you. So the energy is a little bit up and down, but it feels more positive. Yeah, it feels more positive. The energy for you feels more positive. All right. So you want to know if there's going to be a new job. You want to know if there's going to be a new love and a new job for you in 2026. All right. Angel guides, loved ones. This is for Sonia. All right, here we go. There is before love could even think about coming your way, you need to get rid of these ideas like feeling wrong, feeling of uncertainty, because it doesn't matter what I say to you. If I say to you, you're going to have a love, and in your mind, you're thinking, how am I going to meet anybody? I don't go out. I don't go anywhere. It feels like even I will tell you, yes, you'll have a new job and you'll have a new love. It feels like you keep telling yourself no. That's just how it feels as I'm connecting with you, Sonia. It feels like I can tell you, yeah, but in your energy, you're saying no. You've got a lot of healing to do, sweetheart. Now, anytime I get the strength card upside down, this is the healer that needs to be healed. And the reason why I say that is because there's still some sort of anxiety with you. Of course, you're going to have love, and of course, you're going to have a new opportunity around work. However, there is a lot about your frequency that needs to change. So remember when I was saying living in the past, be your authentic self, take a vacation, romantic surprises coming your way, getting rid of any hurtful words that was said to you past time in the past, recent past, that bittersweet energy. It was good, but then it didn't last long. What you need to do, so finances 100%, travel 100%, finances 100%. So from what I can see, and the love, oh my God, I got your whole reading in 3 cards, and you're supposed to have 7. So you were talking about, am I going to have a new job? Well, this is a queen that has money, a job, her own business. She is somebody that has her money, her own business. She is self-sufficient, domestically skilled, resourceful, hardworking. You know, she is all of that. And then I said to you, you need to take a vacation. And this is the Fool card, vacation. fresh hopes, taking a new path, new adventures, new beginnings, new opportunities. And then you wanted to know about new love. Here is you and here is he. A divine counterpart, a divine match, somebody you could meet around travel or around work, somebody that matches your frequency. This is all you're reading in basically 3 cards. What are the chances? Where's your card? No! Oh my God. That was your reading in 3 cards. So we still got more to come. Oh my gosh. So yes to love. Yes to opportunities around work and travel. This is work already. This is money, yeah? Money already. So yes, you have that opportunity. You want to know about love and you want to know about work and money? Yes. You have to change something in your energy though. Something is either a change of perception, not living in the past, not living in an old memory. Oh my God! I got the strength card upright this time. Heal, then to be healed. The strength card, you got this. You're stronger than you think you are. Persevere, keep moving forward. This is the energy of the strength card, the healer, self-love, self-respect, having the courage to move forward. Having the courage to move forward. Oh my God. Travel and relocation, movement, moving out of rough waters into smoother waters. This is what this represents. Necessary changes, a relocation or a move. Look at your cards. I still have to get the anchor card, but so far, so very good. So far, so good. So far, so good. Listen to your gut. Oh my God. Anchoring your reading, Sonia. Love, intimacy, new jobs, creative projects. This is the Ace of Wands, all rolled, everything I just said into one card. New projects, inspiration, a new relationship, creative ideas and creative projects coming your way. Is it for you? Is it meant to be for you? 1001%. 1001%. Never judge another, especially yourself. Oh my God. Luck is on your side. Oh my God. Luck is on your side. Oh my God. Look at that. Keep your eyes on the prize, yes? Keep your eyes on the prize. And what is your guided message? Let's flip the screen. Here we go. It says, the universe, Sonia, conspires in your favor when you align your intentions with the greater good. Manifest with love and miracles will unfold. Look at that. Look at that. You can't make it up. The universe is ready. Are you? The universe is ready, but are you? You ask yourself that now. So I've got Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. I've got Leo and Aquarius on the table. So I hope that helps you in some way, Sonia. Love and light to you, sister. Love and light to you. Teresa, I've got 4 more spaces left. If you would like to get an in-depth reading, it is the carousel above the screen or in the gift box below. That will get you on my list and get you 7 cards. It's not even 7, it's actually 8. All right, here we go. Teresa, angels and guides and loved ones. What does Teresa need to know, please, in love and light? Oh, my back is killing me. What is your question? Love and general. Recently started seeing D. I've got Aries, Leo energy, Sagittarius in your energy. I've got adventure. I've got vacation in your energy. There's something about you needing to have some fun with D. Be careful about unhealthy attachments, obsession, fixated, and then having no peace. With D, I feel like you're meant to have some fun. Yeah, fun. I'm not saying that this can't be a long-term thing, but I'm just saying it feels what way, man? Fun, not the obsession part. Because this is about, this connection for you during this time frame is about having adventures, getting away, relaxing, having fun, releasing, purifying, and cleansing. Oh, somebody's obsessed, because that is what I'm hearing. You're my obsession. Oh, shit. I mean, you might be so great in bed, honey, that this guy is like, I'm never letting you go. So don't show all your moves. Okay. There is something about obsession here. Unhealthy attachment and unhealthy obsession. So be in this energy with him lightly. Yeah? Lightly. All right. So, what was your question again? Did you say general, love and general? All right, all right. Do you want me to... general. Do you want me to focus the cards a little bit on D and the connection? Because that's already what I'm picking up on. I think it's fun, D. It's fun. It's fun, but you will want to move forward. You're going to want to move forward from this connection at some point. Maybe not right now, but I feel like you may have a sense that you'll have to move on from this person at some point. This is expansion, collaboration, travel, and teamwork. I feel like at some point you could potentially get bored of the situation, the connection on some level, because this is boredom, apathy, unfulfilled energy, but it also represents unexpected gifts and pleasantries coming your way. So for the moment, I feel like you can have fun in it. I feel like on some level it will heal both of you, but I feel like it will be more healing. You are more healing for him than he would be for you. He would be fun, adventure, relaxation, child play kind of energy. I feel like at some point you are going to have to put your guard up. I feel like at some point in this relationship you're going to have healthy boundaries. And it could be because you're feeling that feeling coming from him about you, that you are my obsession. Like you don't want that unhealthy attachment. If you're already intuitively picking up vibrations from him where you're saying he's obsessed with you, then think before you leap. Very childish, young. If he's not younger than you, he embodies the energy of a young soul. He's very sexually orientated. He's very fast-paced energy, very fleeting. He might come across slow in the beginning when you first met, to take it slow because he wants to basically size you up to some degree. But I do feel like he's coming with very passionate fire energy, like I was saying to you in the beginning. But I do feel like there is a certain immaturity attached to you. I don't care if he's older than you. You know, I still feel like there is still some sort of young, immature energy attached to this person. I do feel that way. He's fun, but he's not the one. You're going to be okay. Energy around love, energy around finances and stability and work looks good, so we can set that aside. But in terms of the love, I guarantee you around work and around finances, that energy looks good. Things will start to shift and change for you in and around 4 days. I am seeing that you are going to have a rest period where you're going to feel like, this is my time, this is for me, I'm gonna just relax in the energy. I'm gonna find peace and harmony in this energy. No matter where it is or what it is that you're doing, there's a lot of peace in your energy. You're gonna see number 44 everywhere you go, because 4s are in your energy. This also represents a time frame, so things will start to shift and change for you in 4 days, weeks, months, or the 4th of a month, but you will start seeing 444 everywhere. 4 is actually a very angelic number. Anchoring your reading around love energy in general, you got to let go of some stuff. If you have to let go of him at some point, then you're going to have to do that. This is a fun situation, but there is a feeling that he could be quite obsessed with you, if you already said he is. So just be mindful about all your amazing qualities, which is making him obsessed with you. But this is letting go of some stuff that doesn't serve you. This is like, don't carry all the weight. Don't carry the weight on your shoulders. Make sure you think before you leap in this current situation, especially with him. So that's how I feel about this connection. Again, energy around finances look great. Expansion around work, teamwork, collaboration, travels and trips, rest, recover, recuperation, peace of mind in that avenue. So show the world the real you, be your authentic self, and remember, like energy attracts like energy. My back is killing me, my lower back. So your guided message is, celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Each step forward is a victory on the journey towards your goals. On the journey towards your goals. This is your guided message. So I hope that helps you in some way, my love. I hope that helps you. I'm seeing a lot of, again, Aries, Leo, Sag, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, and a bit of Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio energy attached to you. All right. Blue eyes. I've got 4 more spaces left. If anybody would like to get an in-depth reading, it is the carousel above the screen or in the gift box below. My list is still open. Jacqueline, any messages in finances, love 2026? Does Eddie love me? Thank you. All right, let's find out about Eddie first. Let's find out about Eddie first. Does Eddie love Jacqueline? I feel very explosive energy around Eddie. I don't know if Eddie has got this fire energy attached to him. I don't know. I don't know about this feeling that I'm feeling when I'm feeling Eddie. I've got a no, but I'm gonna go in with the tarot and find out. Angels and guides and loved ones, this is for Jacqueline. Jacqueline needs to know, does Eddie love Jackie? I got a no, hun. I got a no. I do not think that you guys... I think that you were meant to have an experience with each other. I think you were meant to experience something, whether it be light or dark energy with each other, but it just feels like you're a queen and this person that you're dealing with is child energy, like got childish energy. I feel like with you, it's like, you remember when I was talking about the Rastafarian guy and I was like, he was like a drug. It feels like that, but I feel like I'm Jackie and he is my drug. That's how it feels when I'm connecting to you and Eddie. Yeah, but that's not a good thing. You crave for Eddie. Highs and then crashes. Emotional addiction. Conflicted. Affecting health to some degree. Hot and cold energy. Trying to make a decision. You don't know how he feels about you. You put, yes, he is, I do. Right. Drama, argumentative, incompatible to some degree, sacrificing yourself. You're crazy about him. So when I'm Jackie and I'm looking at Eddie, you are my drug, Eddie. This is not good. And he's a Sagittarius and a Pisces. So he would feel, because Pisces is water, Sagittarius is fire. Water puts out fire all day long. So on his mind, he'll feel like you're so emotional, you're so sensitive. You might, to him, you may feel a little bit needy and clingy. And because of that, he is my drug. You need to be careful what you say, boo. Yeah, you are my drug. That's what I heard. I'm you, you are my drug. That's not good. It would mean if he was your drug, if he knew that, he could manipulate your energy. And it will affect your health. Or you could have health issues that could arise because it's too dramatic. It's too argumentative. You will always, honey, you have already been through so much with the other one. Do you really have time to go through the shit again with someone else? Oh God, my back hurts. Drinking. Do you like the good old drink, or does he like to drink? Or am I just feeling a bit dizzy on my own? How can somebody even better come in for your energy when you're not even open to someone else because he is your drug? How? How? Energetically, you're not open to anybody else because he's your drug. You just announced it out. You just said it. How? I don't like it. Sorry. Eddie, you, I don't feel like it's right. If I'm Jackie and you're Eddie and I feel the connection between you and I don't like it. And it's not him that needs to change, it's you. Your life is not going to get better when outside party changes. Yeah, it's not, your life is not going to get better. Oh yeah, because you've changed now, so my life is better. No, it's not that person that has to change. It's you who has to change. I have to let him go and heal because you already knew that you needed to let him go. But you know, he's your drug. You're addicted to it. And I felt that straight away. And I'm sorry, but that will turn into something toxic. And from what you have told me about your ex-husband, all I'm thinking is, don't you think you've already been through enough? I have been through enough. I met my baby, my daughter's dad when I was 15, 16 years old. 8 years of torture plus another 20 years was enough. I'm done. So when I say I'm done, I ain't jumping into just any old relationship to any old person because I feel that I need somebody to fill the void in order for me to feel whole. Fuck that. I don't know. It's not happening like that for me. I don't want it like that for me. I heal myself. I fill my own holes. That sounds terrible. I do. I fill my own bloody holes. Thank you very much. So all I'm saying to you is, honey, you've got to do the healing, man. There's no point in looking for someone better coming for you if you are using, this person is the drug. Oh, don't worry about baby dad. You're still trapped in all of those past energies. You're still trapped in all of those energies. You are not going to find somebody when somebody is still your drug and you're still focusing on your baby dad who's in immigration, trapped in immigration and should go to prison. You're still living in that past energy. You can easily find somebody, but you've got a lot of healing to do, sweetheart. You've got a lot of healing to do. All right, angel guides, loved one. This is for Jackie. Jackie, what does Jackie need to know? Please, in love and light. I've still got 4 more spaces. If you would like to get an in-depth reading, it is the carousel above the screen, and I've just pinned it on the bottom of the screen. That will get you on my list, and that will get you 7 cards. Paddy, you're on my list. I've got 3 more spaces left. So in other words, surrender, release, and let go. I've been telling you this for time, Jackie. Honey, I have been you. When you told me about all of the stuff that you've been through with your past partner, how he was abusive, it was me. I'm Anna. I'm Jackie, all intertwined. But I did what I had to do to cleanse that energy away. And you still have a lot of work to do. Of course you can find somebody, but when you have stated out to everybody in the room and to the universe that Eddie is your drug, how could you possibly expect to have someone come into your flow when you have an energetic block because Eddie is your drug? Eddie. Upheaval, destruction, the crumbling down of your world. This is me saying to you, haven't you already been through all of this shit already? Are you not done with this yet? Are you not fed up of fighting to try and find somebody to love you? Love you. Love yourself. The Tower card. Upheaval, destruction. You didn't see it coming. Ruin. Violent energy. Argumentative energy. Conflicting energy. The Tower is upheaval. It's like you're going to have the rug pulled from under you if you do not make a move now. If Eddie has already done something that was a red flag, it means pay attention to that and move on from it. It doesn't matter. I feel lonely. I'm alone. You are more beautiful than you can even comprehend. I don't even think you realize how hot you are. I don't think you realize that you're going to be your own undoing. And then that undoing is going to turn you into a beautiful flower. Because the Queen of Wands is the hottest queen in deck, by the way. She's fire, she's passionate, she's self-assured, she's self-confident, self-assured, she is a leader, she is free-spirited, she's creative, and it's like you are going to be your own undoing. Put your mind and your energy, I'm tired and I'm old. I rebuke that. Stop talking shit. Stop saying horrible things about yourself, because your body doesn't know the difference. Your body will only align to what you say to it. So if you're telling your body I'm tired and I'm old, you're going to be tired and you're going to look old. Just saying. Watch your mouth when talking about yourself, when talking about others. Focus on your money, your work, and your career. You got this. Put your energy in finances, stability, jobs. Because the 8 of Coins is somebody who has their own business. And I always pull this card for you. Have you even put... Instead of putting time and energy to you being addicted to that drug, make your business, make your job, make you having your own solo and luxury pleasures. This is your own thing. This is mastering your craft, creating a body of work, enjoying the work that you do. Make your work your drug instead of a man. He will come when you least expect it. You are a boss energy. You are made, you have the qualities of a boss. You're a woman that thinks like a man. You're supposed to take care of yourself. You have been taking care of yourself and your children by yourself anyway. You didn't need Eddie and you didn't need your baby dad. All you needed was you. You are the man in your life, but you will have someone come your way. He will come and he's going to be mature and he's going to have gone through everything that you've gone through, and he's going to be looking for what you're looking for, and he's going to give you what you give him. The equal balance of give and take in a relationship here in the physical world, generosity. What you put out, you're going to get back in. But with you, Jackie, I feel like you have to see it to believe it. But that's not the way God, universe, angels and guides work. You have to believe it to see it. You have to claim it in the spiritual sense before it can come in the physical sense. Rest, recover, recuperate, peace of mind. Stop thinking about everything for once. Just don't think about nothing. Rest your mind. Be at peace with it. If somebody is not aligning to your energy, this person is not meant for you. It's simple as that. Your dreams need a practical plan. So in the physical world, start putting on paper what you want to align to yourself. Look at that. So the first thing that you need to do is get a book. Yeah, like I did. What am I going to do to start a business? My God, I have so many ideas around business, just not my tarot. Shall I start crocheting again and selling scarves? Shall I start do waxing and cutting hair and dyeing hair? Should I put that back into my life? At this point, I have no one really. I've already taken care of my mum. She's gone. My baby, I'm going to watch over her, but she's going to spread her wings and fly. So I've got so many opportunities around businesses on what I want to activate. All I got to do is decide on what I want to do. Focus on the positive stuff. Get rid of people who don't belong in your matrix. It's really as simple as that, sweetheart. You've got to find out what you want to do. I can't tell you what you should be doing because I don't know you like that. And I don't know what you're good at. You are somebody, though, that has many skills. Because she's creative, this woman here. She's creative. She's inspirational. I'm telling you now. So all you got... And look at that. Look what you want to do. Imagine when you're going to do that, you want to help battered women. Because that's what I'm going to do at some point. You're going to start to look at yourself and go, damn, man, I thought I had it bad. And then you listen to all the stories of all these battered women. You're going to be like, damn, I will never moan or complain again. So your guided message is, oh my God, I love the way they work. You're about to overcome something that you've been dealing with, Jackie. Your heart and your mind will soon be at peace again. Oh my God, your anchor card. Be patient. Everything will be okay. There's your guided message. Do it. Psychology, do it. Look at your guided message. How is it that aligns exactly to what you're thinking and what you're going through? Look at that. You're going to be okay. Look at that. You can't make this up. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus in your reading. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yep, you took the words right out of my mouth. You took the words right out of my mouth, honey. You're going to be fine. Just, you're on your journey and it's okay. It's going to be a bit up and down. It's all right. But you're going to get there. You're going to get to where you need to get to. I don't have any doubt about that whatsoever. Patty, I've got 3 more spaces left. You're so welcome, sweetheart. If you'd like to get on my list, it is the carousel that I've just pinned on the bottom of the screen. I've got 3 more spaces left. If you're interested to get a reading, again, the carousel is above the screen or in the gift box below. You can't make it up, man. You can't. I am walking through my life with you guys. After the passing of my mother, which took a toll on me. But my mum was like, get on with it, girl. Get on with it. No time for this grieving. You know where I'm going. And then she's 30 and looking beautiful. So I'm good. We got to keep going. All right, here we go. Patty. I've got 3 more spaces if anyone would like a reading. It is the carousel above the screen or in the gift box below. That will get you 7 cards and get you on my list. All right, Patty, I'm going to do a general reading for you until I can see your question. After Patty, I've got no one else. I'll keep my list open for another 10 minutes after Patty. And once the 10 minutes is over, I'm going to read for everybody in the room that I have not yet read for. All right, here we go. Patty, I hope you're here. I'm going to do a general reading for you. Angels and guides and loved ones. This is for Patty. What does Patty need to know, please? In love and light. I hope you're here, Patty. Are you here? Do you? I see you saying, do you? Can any of my moderators see what Patty's writing, please? Does Patty need to know, please, in love and light? Does Patty need to know, please, in love and light? Patty need to know, please, in love and light. Shall I do a general reading for you, Patty? All right, honey, I got you. What I can see when I'm connecting into your energy is a seed that is planted in the soil, and now I'm seeing it come out of the soil and it's turning, the roots are growing. I heard, give it time, everything in divine timing, let things flow. I feel like you've got this checklist in your energy, Patty, should have been done. This situation's dragging on. Nikki, you're on my list. I've got 2 more spaces if you'd like to get a reading. This should have been done. Already over. Needing to get the... I'm looking at the time when I'm with you, Patty. Your reading is about time. This should have been done. This is dragging on. But then it feels like, trust the process. Like, burning bridges, trust the process. Turn your back on something that doesn't serve you. Learn to relax. Relax in your energy. Find joy in the little things that you do. Find pleasure in the little things that you do. I'm seeing a cobweb with you as well, like the web. You're building this. You're building a empire. You're building this empire, but you have to, every part of the web takes time, because when you do it properly, it goes well. So give it time, be patient, stay away from deceitful people, trickery, because when people see you grow, they get jealous. You know, the evil eye thing. Just don't talk about your business to anybody until it's finally fully bloomed, come to fruition. Don't talk about your business. Don't talk about anything until it's done. But you do need to get into a frame of mind where lapis lazuli, guys. When my mum went Philly, she never got sick. When she was here, she never really got sick. It was just the chronic kidney disease that she had, but that was like me having my heart condition. But she never had like a common cold. She had COVID and she survived it. But lapis lazuli, the energy of the lapis lazuli, somebody's evil eyeing you, it goes back to the sender. So does shungai and hematite. I don't make these necklaces. I buy it from a place called Stepping Stones in North Greenwich. I think it's North Greenwich. I do not make the necklace. I probably should. because one of my lifelong dreams is to open up a crystal shop. Do you see me doing modeling? Patty. You can do it, and you could have a contract in it, definitely, but I don't know if you're going to enjoy it. Patty, you can do it, fine. You can do it, you can go into it, but I don't know if you're going to enjoy it. That's how it feels. All right, here we go. General, guides, loved ones. This is for Patty. What does Patty need to know? Please, in love and light. I have a friend of mine who works with Chanel, and she was like, Anna, the amount of bitches that are in there. And I'm like, babe. And she was like, no. She was like, the amount of competition, how spiteful they are, how they look down upon you when you look a certain way. It's horrible. So you're going to have a certain kind of grit if you're going to go into that. And I feel like you would be like, mm-mm. Mm-mm. You can do it, Patty, but you would be like, oh, hell no. These are not my people. Just saying. All right, here we go. Wow, it's out again. It's out again, Patty. It is out again. You do have the opportunity to have a new opportunity around work, a new job, another career, the modeling career if you wanted. Look at these fabulous cards. Ace of Swords, you've already got mental clarity, new opportunity and new challenges coming your way. It's up to you whether you want it or not. The universe is going to give you a contract, something to sign. Justice will be served in an unjust situation. Cause and effect, win-win situation, the balancing of the karmic scales. And the Justice card is obviously a contract. So you're going to sign that contract, sweetheart, whichever way it is. Again, it could be a new house, a new car, a new job. It could even be a relationship. I am seeing that you need to be very clear on what it is that you want, because the Queen of Swords is a bad bitch. She says what she wants to say. She says what she means and means what she says. And she knows what's right and what's wrong. Now, if you're going to go into this modeling energy, you might be her most of the time. You might be like, oh, hell no, you're not talking to me like that. It just feels like you can go in that direction, but it also feels like you're going to be dealing with a lot of people who are basically who suck. Sorry. You're going to be dealing with a lot of people who suck. I feel like as I'm connecting to you, there is going to be, you've got a lot of new beginnings, to be fair, because I've just looked at your bottom card. So with this Queen of Swords comes the King. So I've got a man in your energy, lover or friend, somebody you could be collaborating with in and around work. This is marriage as well as in the contract. I am seeing as I'm connecting to you as well, watch your words, because words become things. Stay away from chit chat, immaturity, give it time. It's like what you're planting is going to come to fruition, but you've got to have time to relax as well. All we do is all work and no play, huh? Well, that's not what God wants us to do. He wants us to have fun. He wants us to live in the moment. Have some fun, let your hair down. Yeah, you can work really hard, but you need to live life. You need to have life as well as live it. And then anchoring your reading, you've got Ace of Wands. Look at all of these new beginnings in your energy, Patty. Look at that. Ace of Wands is creative projects, inspiration, something that you're passionate about, that you're going to love. It's going to bring you some good karmic energy because you've done something true and just. And now the universe wants to reward you. The fact that this was the first card you got and this is the last card that you got is all new beginnings. The question is the Queen of Swords ready for it? Are you ready for the new challenge? Are you ready to go when you need to go? When you need to be on the move, are you ready for that? I'm seeing lessons as well in your energy. So you might even do education. You might study, go back to school. There's education in your energy as well. Your cards are actually really, really, really good. Your cards are very, very good, Patty. I have to say it's very good. The answers that you need are coming. The Justice card is the Karma card, going within, and then you've got Journey Within. And your guided message. In moments of doubt, remember your past triumphs. You've overcome challenges before, and you'll conquer them again. My God. You will conquer them again. This is why I was saying to you, give it time. This should have been done, trying to get that checklist done. You're going to get them done. You're going to get everything done that you need to get done. And you've definitely got that contract in your energy. 1000%. So I have got Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius in your reading. They better be happy tears, man. Nikki, you're next on my list. All right, I've got 2 more spaces. I'm gonna leave. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna leave the list open for another 10 minutes. And once the 10 minutes is done, I'm closing my list so I can read for everybody in the room. Nikki, you're going to be next on my list, sweetheart. Nikki, you're next on my list. I'm going to do a general reading for you until I can see your question. Work, career, and finances. Okay, the first thing that I'm feeling as I'm connecting to you is you want closure. You're going to get it. You need to get out of this trapped energy, though, feeling stuck, tied down, and captive. I feel like new life is going to come your way. New energy is coming your way. You need to stop talking about what happened in the past. People who you feel never really cared about you. Bye, love and light their asses and send them on their way. It's like when I'm connecting to you, it feels a little bit I feel a bit heartbroken. Like I was seeing something, and then all of a sudden this illusion or this thing that I was seeing was shattered into pieces. It's like time will reveal itself. Time, truth will reveal itself to you in time. And I also keep seeing staying away from people that are gossip, chit-chattering, because I keep hearing talking in the background. Stay away from people that gossip and chit-chatter. Nobody's got time for this crap. Get out of this energy of feeling tied down. I feel like we don't need to be a part of this energy. It's a load of crap. Leave them to do what they're doing, and you just close off to it. You need to white bubble your energy before you get out of your house. This is what I do all the time. Before I leave my house, I say to my angels, my guides, my loved ones, mother, father, and my best friend, to put a force field of protection around my physical mind, body, and soul, so I can deal with the rest of the world. So I feel like as I'm connecting to you, stay away from that energy. Just stay away from them as much as you can. Closure is the first thing that I'm hearing. Nikki, what does Nikki need to know, please, in love and light? Because when I'm getting into your energy, the first thing that I feel is a bit tied down, stuck. Oh, you will. Oh, you will. Because I heard, as soon as I connected to your energy, new life begins. That's what I just heard. Oh, you are going to leave. You are going to leave. 100%. I feel like there's Mercury retrograde energy. And the Mercury retrograde energy makes everything slow down. It makes everything seem so intense. It makes you feel like you want to jump off a cliff. That's what Mercury retrograde does. But it's supposed to be here for our spiritual evolution. I've got 2 more spaces. If anybody would like to get a reading, I'm closing my list in 8 minutes. That's how I'm feeling, yeah. That's what Mercury retrograde does to people. It makes you feel like you want to jump off a cliff. All right, here we go. Nikki, what does Nikki need to know, please? Wow. You're going to have choices upon choices upon choices upon choices. And you've got a whole bunch of important people coming your way in terms of the work arena. You might even be collaborating or working with important people later on down the line. You've got a lot of dominant and masculine energy that's going to want to work with you. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. Who the hell are these guys? Two older masculines, a younger masculine, love relationship, leveling of love, conquering power, leadership energy, educational energy around you, collaboration with four masculines. One of them could be a lover or a friend. There's like unexpected gifts and pleasantries coming your way. There's romantic gestures coming your way. There's education in your energy that you can learn a lot from these men. These men are of importance in whatever it is that you're doing in terms of work. Now, yes, all of these men could fancy the pants off you, but it could also represent that you could be collaborating with these important people at some point in your life, in and around your own business if you wanted one. Now, the heart of your reading is a choice. So look at this. Look at this. So at the heart of your reading, you have all of these men that you could potentially collaborate or work with, really important people coming into your energy. You have a choice. Now, this is a choice to collaborate and work with them, or this could be an opportunity around the greatest love of your life. So the Lovers card, again, like I said, is a divine counterpart. It's a relationship. It's a divine source. It's connection to each other from a past life. You need to go into man mode. I will say that. So we are both divine, feminine and masculine. Inside of us, we have yin and yang. So when you're a man, you have feminine qualities, you have a masculine quality. When you're a woman, you have feminine qualities, you have masculine quality. We are all of this. We are man, right? So you need to go into man mode. So you need to make sure that it's okay to be sensitive, but you need to get that bitch energy out. You know, like, no, I've got no time for your crap. This is where closure comes in. This is where opportunities around money and finances come in. Yeah, but this is something that you need to do in this time frame. So it feels to me like what I can see is that there's going to be a lot of partnering up with you. Whatever you choose to do in line of work, it's something that was meant for you. It's something that you signed up for. I will say that. It's something that you signed up for. And I feel like during this stage where you're going to, yes, you're stepping into this energy 1000%. Now, you want to know about money and finances? You definitely got an opportunity around work and to collaborate. You definitely have an opportunity to be the boss of the new situation that you're going into, because I heard new life begins. So you've got a new opportunity coming your way, and this is boss mode. And I feel like I'm a woman that thinks like a man. So I'm very good at I've always been very good at collaborating and working with men than women, because I feel like back in the day when I was a little bit of a cunt, you know, a bit bitchy and wasn't that spiritual. I was so like intertwined in the physical world. Women just didn't like me. They love me now. I mean, they think I've got bitchy qualities, but when they get to know me and not look at the surface, they're like, actually, you're actually very nice. And I'm like, yeah, I know, I'm lovely. Now, anchoring your reading is her. Psychic abilities, listening to your intuition, being able to see the unseen, paying attention to the signs and symbols and synchronicities, the mysteries in life you can feel and sense. Like, my sensitivity since my mum has passed away is on the 1000 octave. I feel it all. Everything from everyone, every neighbor, I feel it all. So you've got a lot of important people that you're going to meet. There's going to be an opportunity for you to become a boss. There's going to be educational purposes around you. And there's also going to be people that are fancying you. I'm not going to lie. It's not your fault. You're a hot piece of ass. Bring love into all situations is your guided message. You've got to have an attitude of gratitude. So be grateful for where you are in this moment, even though you feel like it sucks ass, because I'm telling you it's going to get better. And then you've also got, here we go. Just flip the camera. It says, your thoughts are the architects of your destiny. Your energy is the key. Your energy is the key. I would say time frame. Wow, look what you got. Maybe get a lottery ticket as well, yeah? $10 days, weeks, months, the 10th of a month. You have to align to what you want so you can get it sooner rather than later. All right, so I've got no one left on my list. I'm closing it in a minute. All right, I'm going to close my list in a minute. You're so welcome, honey. All right, here we go. Okay, I'm going to close my list now, guys. 1 second. All right, I'm going to scroll all the way to the top and I'm going to read for everybody that I have not yet read for. Please, guys, pay attention to your name because I don't want you to miss your reading. Ro, these guys, loved ones, what does Ro need to know, please? Romantic. Any romantic news? Angels and guides and loved ones. Yeah. New beginnings, new love, relationships, even a marriage around the corner, a soulmate, partnership, romantic love, proposal, a higher form of commitment. And then you've got the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups represents love, marriage, proposal, a higher form of commitment. You've got both the love cards. So in your energy, I'm going to say 100% yes, you have love in your energy. 1000% Ro. There is love coming your way. There is a new opportunity in your energy for love. So you definitely got love coming for you. Your guided message is... Ro, your guided message is... Give me 1 second. It says there is nothing to worry about. Just be present and be the best that you can be. Everything will happen the way it's meant to happen. All is well. That is your guided message, Ro. So yes, you have love coming your way. You don't worry about that, honey. Okay, I'm not going to have time to keep twisting the mirror. All right, so yes, you got love coming in for sure. 100%. Definitely got love there. Be open to it. Let the chips fall where they may. And have some fun. Marcy, general reading, names, guides, loved ones. What does Marcy need to know, please, in love and light? Travel, relocation, expansion, money, hard work. Everything that you're planting is going to come to fruition. All your patience is going to pay off. Plant the seeds and it will grow. Reap what you sow energy. This also represents money and finances coming into your energy. This also represents that you're going to have an opportunity and a choice. I am seeing that things are going to start to speed up for you. So if you feel like things have been slow, the universe is about to speed up things for you. And it can happen between 5 and 7 days, weeks, months, or the 7th of a month as I'm connecting to you. There's also an opportunity for love, but I feel like that's going to come in later on because there's some stuff that you need to sort out, sweetheart. So, Marcy, your attitude determines the direction. Choose positively and you'll pave the way for a brighter future. You'll pave the way for a brighter future. So, Marcy, I hope that helps you in some way. Irene. I scroll all the way to the top and I click on the first name and I'm going down in order, guys. Please be patient with me. Angels, guides, loved ones. Any guided messages for Irene today? What does Irene need to know, please? In love and light. I feel like there's going to be some good news coming your way. I feel like there's going to be romantic gestures. I feel like there's going to be an opportunity for travel, relocation, or a holiday. I also feel for you that things are going to start to speed up. I feel like there's going to be an opportunity and a choice coming your way. So if you're at a crossroads or you're undecided about something, I feel like the universe is going to give you some signs and symbols and synchronicities. So pay attention to the sign, symbol, synchronicities. I am seeing very fast-paced energy. I need you to make sure you're listening to your intuition and not your ego. It says you are transforming old patterns of your mind. Letting go of thoughts. Letting go of thoughts. You don't need to have... Letting go of thoughts that you don't need to have any longer. You don't need to have around any longer. You are transforming. This is the energy. Letting go of old scenarios, old situations. This is the energy that is attached to you, sweetheart. Geraldine is Ola from Nigeria. Good for my daughter. Angels and guides and loved ones. Is Ola good for your daughter? I don't think so, but she'll figure it out at some point. There's nothing evil or untoward or bad or anything like that. But your daughter is going to figure it out at some point. She also got Archangel Raphael around her, so he will give her an awakening. There needs to be some balance here. There needs to be some restored energy around your daughter. She doesn't even just have Raphael around her. She's actually got Gabriel as well. This is the wake-up call, clarity, the final decision. It's like your daughter is going to figure it out with or without your mum. You know, there's nothing you can do. I can't tell my daughter who she can date or who she can't date. I just hope that her third eye is open and she can see the truth about the person that she's dealing with. So I don't think he's right for her. But I also feel like they came together for a reason, because everything happens for a reason. There's no mistakes here. Everything you want is coming. Relax and let the universe pick the timing and the way, Geraldine. You just need to trust that what you want is coming and watch how fast it comes. So you don't need to worry about your daughter. Your daughter will figure it out. He's not the right one for her, but it's okay. She'll figure it out. Tiffany. Angels, guides, loved ones, what does Tiffany need to know? Love and finances. Love and finances for Tiffany. If you can get out of this feeling of uncertainty, turmoil, destruction, like feeling like, you know, you've had the rug pulled from under you, because not everything is as it seems. There will be clarity. So pay attention to the signs, symbols, and synchronicity. You will be abundant in love and finances. This is an abundant card in love and in finances, because this represents pregnant with ideas. It talks about creation. It talks about leadership. And she is love. The mothering energy is love. So just because you can't see just yet where love and finances is going, I will say that to you, you will be abundant, both arenas. So I've got the Queen of Coins anchoring your reading, which is the woman who holds the money, the job, the woman who has her own business, the woman who's self-sufficient and domestically skilled. Not everything is as it seems. Pay attention to your dreams and your visions, Tiffany, and you will see. It says, believe what your heart tells you, not what others say. Trust your intuition. That's the intuition card, psychic medium card, that will guide you every day. Listen to your intuition. Stop second guessing your happiness. It's there for the taking. It is yours. All you got to do is claim it. What does December have in store for me? Ray. Angels, guides, loved ones. What does Ray need to know, please? Love and light. Ray. What does December have for Ray, please and thank you? Wow. A man, lover or a friend, power, recognition, stability, respect. You having a leadership role in December, or leveling up on some level around work, making a choice or a decision in December and signing that contract. Balance, good karma, justice will be served in an unjust situation, cause and effect, truths coming out, the signing of the document, a marriage, a new house, a new car, a new job. In December, healthy boundaries needs to be implemented. There could be a lot of energy vampires, family, colleagues, co-workers. We need to love and light their asses, you know what I say, and send them on their merry way. Your guided messages: you are stronger than you believe. Change your self-talk. Start trusting yourself. The answer is always inside of you. The answers are always inside of you. I've also got Libra and Aries in your energy as I'm connecting to you. Ray. Julie, I've been feeling disconnected spiritually. That's okay. We get there sometimes. Sometimes it happens. Messages from my guides, angels and guides and loved ones. What does Julie need to know, please, in love and light? You can never be disconnected spiritually is what I just heard. It's just the feeling. It's the ego. The ego makes you feel tired, makes you feel like you're not in the right place, and then you blame it on spirituality or feeling disconnected. You can never be disconnected from your spirit. If you are disconnected from your spirit, you're dead, because when the spirit comes out of the body, you're dead. You can never be disconnected from spirit, ever. It's a cord that you will never ever cut. All right, here we go. Yeah, that's not going to last long. Healthy boundaries needs to be implemented. You could be surrounded by neighbors or colleagues or co-workers, or just the way your mind is talking or self-talk. You just need to get rid of these negative ways of thinking. And I feel like you're going to do this. This disconnect is not real, because when you've got the 8 of Swords upside down, this is release, liberation, new hopes, escaping, and a sense of freedom. I'm also seeing as I'm... That's exactly how I feel. The ego like needs to shut the fuck up. Look at that. Leap of faith. New beginnings. New opportunities. Turn the dial. Do you remember? You're a radio. You want to turn that dial to a higher frequency? Just shut up. Shut the mouth and shut the ego, and it will lead you to where you need to be, which is new beginnings, inspiration, creative projects, love. Work, more abundance in work. It's all you. It's you and me. We just chat crap, and we just need to get out of our own way. That's what we need to do. So Julie, your message is something is coming to you that will change your life in a positive way. But how are you going to sense and feel it if you think ego is connected from spirit? Not possible. It's just not possible. You can't, it's not happening. It will never happen. Sorry. You can never be disconnected spiritually. It's impossible. It's physically, mentally, spiritually impossible to be disconnected spiritually. It can't happen. You can't even disconnect when you're dead to spirit, because you go back into spirit. So no, sorry. It doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. It doesn't. All right, here we go. Bella, will you pass the test in December? I don't know. Are you studying? Are you grafting? Are you doing all the hard work that you're meant to be doing, girl? Is anything going in? Because if it's not going in, it means you're doing too much studying, and you need to take a step back from it. Because everybody thinks that you should study and study some more. But then the universe is going, well, where's the playtime? Well, when are you going to play? Because when you play, you absorb more. Do you know what I'm saying, Bella? Here we go. Look at your card anchoring the reading. Fight for what you want. Remain on top of your game. Keep going and don't stop. Are you going to pass? Hell yes. Look at that. You're praying for it. You're wishing for it. And the universe is going, we heard you, Bella. You want to pass, do the hard work and grafting. The star card is a miracle. It's clarities. It's faith. Having faith in your dreams. Making a wish. Fight for what you want and for what you believe in, Bella. Are you going to pass? I say hell yes. I say hell yes. Your guided message is strive for progress. No. Strive for progress, not perfection. Every small step counts on the journey to become the best version of your bloody self. Look at that. Do it, honey. You got this. You're going to be just fine. You're going to be just fine. Shannon. Angels and guides and loved ones. This is for Shannon. What does Shannon need to know, please? In love and light. What does Shannon need to know? Shannon. You need to have a break, okay? You need to have a break from maybe traveling so much, just standing still for a little bit. I am seeing that you've got some sort of wish fulfillment coming your way. So if you prayed, wished and asked for something, the universe has heard your call. So wishes coming true, material abundance, good health. I feel like anxiety and conflict is seeing its way out of you, away from you. I'm seeing that you're still probably working a bit too hard, working on your business, working on finances, working on stability. But that's just to the core of who you are, Shannon. But I feel like sometimes you need to have a little of a break, just a break, just have a break, maybe a little bit of a break. But I feel like you need to light a candle, make a wish. You can focus on your money, your work, your security. It's still there and you're still doing well, and it will get even better is what I'm seeing as I'm connecting to you. Energy looks restful. This is what I feel with you, Shannon, restful. Your guided message is, Shannon, believe in yourself. For you are capable, of achieving remarkable things. No shit. Like, you don't know how to stop. Trust your ability and the journey ahead. Look at that. Oh, God, it's too good. It's so good. All right, here we go. Ophelia. Angels and guides and loved ones. What does Ophelia need to know, please? I'm so sorry I missed your call, honey. I was probably asleep. I've got so much to sort out. It's a lot of paperwork when you have to wipe somebody out from the face of the earth. The amount of numbers that you have to call, credit card companies, the bank, is just all a load of crap. Here we go. General reading. Oh, hell yes. You got some sort of good karma coming to you, man. Look at this. Look at this. Good karmic energy, Wheel of Fortune, a turning point. Taking a gamble, travel and relocation, money coming in for the job or the work that you're doing. I feel like your emotions are a little bit out of whack though. Don't let this get the better of you. And look at that. You got the Queen of Cups and then you got the King of Cups. There's also an opportunity for love in your energy. It feels like come 2026, things are going to start to look up for you, and you're also going to get a new car. I think you're going to get a new car sooner rather than later. If you don't have it yet, you're going to get it is what I'm seeing. And you definitely got some money prospects coming in. Definitely got some opportunities around. I'm still traveling, says Shannon. Yeah, you need a break. So I feel like as I'm connecting to you, you got some, look at that. It's like continuous financial stability, because the Wheel of Fortune is turning and it just happens to be next to the 8 of Coins, which is money. So it keeps on coming in. So whatever it is that you're doing, whatever you're working on, Ophelia, it's going to come to fruition. Your guided message is stay committed to your goals, even when going gets tough. Your perseverance will pay off in the end. Look at that. You can't make this shit up. You can't. It's too good. It's too good. Where are you? Where's Irene? I've got another Irene in here. Hi, honey. Angels and guides and loved ones, what does Irene need to know, please, in love and light? Irene. What does Irene need to know, please, in love and light? What does Irene need to know? Fight for what you believe in. Remain on top of your game. Remain your authentic self. You've got some sort of victory around you, Irene. There might have been a delay to it, but it's coming in. Like recognition. I feel like you're going to have like some boss energy, or you're going to be able to help a lot of people. I am seeing an opportunity around money. So I don't know how this money is going to come in. And there's also an opportunity for travel, because this is about fast pace, taking action, no procrastinating, news arriving into your energy. It feels like if there was any challenges around you, you got this. I've got money, slow and steady wins the race. Whatever you've prayed or asked for, it's going to come, but it's all in divine timing. And I'm also seeing some serious victory around you as I'm connecting to you, Irene. There's also a man around you, and he could be younger than you, lover or friend, somebody that you could be speaking to, could be a good friend that you could go out with, one of those sort of energies. It says, your time is now, Irene. You're damn right. Don't wait for tomorrow to chase your dreams. Start today. No wonder you got the fast energy. It's like, do it now rather than doing it later. Desire me, angels and guides and loved ones. What does desire me need to know, please, in love and light? All right, here we go. I feel like you must have gone through some sort of energetic turmoil, doubt of yourself, over-analyzing and overthinking it. But now you're going to get to a period of absolute and complete abundance. And you're probably thinking, finally, because the way I'm looking at your energy, honey, is you got it from this to this. Sometimes you have to go on a roller coaster of a bullshit ride. Things go up, things go down, you get miserable, you get sad, you get unhappy, and then it's just like it swallows you in, doesn't it? But from what I can see is you need to have a break. I feel like any conflict that you've had about whatever it may be is going to see its way out of your life. I'm seeing a man in your energy. Could be a lover, could be a friend, or somebody that you could be collaborating with, but it's the best card in the deck. The best card in the deck is travel, children, grandchildren, good health, a higher form of commitment, desire me, yeah, a higher form of commitment, a relationship, good health. Like I said, children, grandchildren is the best card in the deck. The Sun card ultimately represents material abundance, joyous outcome, success and victory. Your guided message, desire me, is you are stronger than you think. Trust in your abilities and you'll achieve more than you've ever imagined. I will do do-overs, but at the minute I'm just reading for everybody that I have not yet read for. It's only right. Bonnie, hi honey. Will Philip and I engage in a romantic way? Angels and guides and loved ones, will Bonnie and Philip engage in a romantic way? I don't know about this. It feels like something seems to be stopping him from... It feels like something is stopping him from going forward. He's in some sort of fear energy. And it feels like you did have some sort of relationship karmically, but it feels like it's come to an end. I don't know. And I say no because I've got the Ace of Cups, which is a love, romantic, soulmate card, and it's upside down. It doesn't feel that way. It feels, Bonnie, that it could start and then it feels like it will end. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's like you'll feel like you're going there. It would feel like you're going to get into this romantic situation, and then all of a sudden it's like crickets. Do you know what I mean? That's how it feels. That's how it feels. Bonnie, and you guys, loved ones, this is for Bonnie. Guided message do we have for Bonnie, please and thank you. Bonnie, your guided message is the only way to fail is to give up. Keep going, keep pushing, and you'll get there. It feels like, I don't know, there's an I don't know energy around this question. And if there is an I don't know energy around this question, it just means that there's somebody else for you. Marsha, can I get a message, please? Angels, guides, loved ones. I can see everybody that I haven't read for. Please be patient with me. Marsha. Does Marsha need to know, please? Don't overanalyze and overthink things. Feel like you didn't win the battle, because you'll win the war. Heal and pave over the cracks of the broken heart. Make sure you're listening to your emotions and not drowning in them. You are somebody who's loving and supportive to everybody else, nurturing to everybody, but you need to make sure you put yourself first, Marsha. I feel like there's a part of you that needs to listen to your intuition and stop listening to your ego. The High Priestess card is the psychic, the one who can see things, but sometimes when she's upside down, not listening to her intuition, more listening to her ego. So you've got to make sure that you're trusting the highest part of your soul, the highest part of yourself. When you're in doubt, you need to silence your ego and go into the heart space. It's the only way forward. It's the only way to connect to the answers that you need. So it says, not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some come to clear a path. God. Marsha. Some storms come to clear a path. Donna. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, God. Have you got any guided messages for you, please? Angels and guides and loved ones. Donna needs to know, please. Love and light. Three days, 3 weeks, 3 months, the third of a month where things will shift and change in your favor. Expansion, collaboration, lots of teamwork. Brushing up on your skills, your craftsmanship, the quality of work. I am seeing that you're going to be traveling at some point if you want to. And girlfriend, play the lottery. This is absolute financial stability, abundance, legacy, retirement, inheritance. Absolute abundance. Things are going to start to shift and change for you. 3 days, weeks, months, or the third of a month, Donna. I don't know what's going on here, but the energy looks fabulous. And I am seeing number 3, so you're going to see 333 everywhere you go. And again, that will also represent a time frame for you. So your guided message is, a changes are coming into your life. Keep your focus on your life's goals and strive towards achieving them, knowing that success will ultimately be yours. You got this, Donna. You got it. Look at that. You got this. Midwest. I'm just reading for everybody that I haven't read for yet. I want to make sure that I give everybody an equal opportunity to get a reading. See you later, Tiffany. I love you. Please provide messages for the week. Midwest, angels and guides and loved ones. What does Midwest need to know, please? In love and light. Okay. I can see as I'm connecting to you, sweetheart, you are slowly but surely opening up your heart chakra, or you've already done it. This means when I'm connecting to you, it's like, it's okay to be vulnerable. I feel like as I'm connecting to you, there's going to be some money coming your way. I feel like any losses in terms of finances, Midwest, was only like past karmic energy. So it's like paying a karmic debt from past lives. So every time you come into some finances or money or something like this, and then you're like, oh, I just got the money and now I've got to pay a bloody bill. It's only because you're clearing past karmic debts. I'm also seeing that you're going to get your mojo back. If you haven't got it already, girl, you're getting it back, man. This is about confidence, being self-assured, being free-spirited, being a charmer, good vibration. I've also got a man around you as I'm connecting to you, Midwest, lover or a friend younger than you, a lot of lessons coming your way. And I also feel like conflicting energy is seeing its way out of your energy. Upright, this is conflict, challenges, obstacles, rivalry, sports play. But when it's upside down, the upside down 5 of Swords always represents recovery, hopes returning, new opportunities around work. Like, it feels like things are going to start to speed up for you as I'm connecting to you, Midwest. Here we go. Your guided message is take risks and step out of your comfort zone. That's where you'll discover new opportunities and hidden strengths. Oh my God. Hell yes. So I hope that helps you in some way, darling. Stephanie. Hi, honey. I've missed you too. Angels and guides and loved ones. What does Stephanie need to know, please? In love and light. You're so welcome, honey. Please, in love and light. What you need to know, please, in love and light. Here we go. An awakening. Angels, your guides, are you paying attention to the signs and symbols and synchronicities that all your angels and your guides are trying to send you? There's some sort of an awakening or clarity or a final decision or figuring out what your life purpose is, Stephanie, in the next couple of days. I don't know what's been going on with you, but I feel like anything that you deem as negative is everything negative, yeah? Yes, I see them everywhere. Everything that you deem as negative in your life, bye-bye. You got the devil card upside down. Recovery, leaving a situation that no longer serves you. It talks about blessings, and look who's helping you press on forward. Archangel Gabriel. There is going to be a choice, an opportunity, or a decision coming your way. I see money in your energy as well at some point. And I also feel like you're going to be collaborating as well with a couple of people coming in later on, possibly in 2026, if not already. Your guided message is focus on what you can control, Stephanie. Your actions, mindset, and effort are within your power to shape your success. That is your guided message, man. Will I find a job in December while I start my psychology course? Jackie. You're going to have a choice, sweetheart. But the thing is, you're going to be juggling studying and work. Of course you're gonna. I say in 2 days, on the 2nd of a month, maybe the 2nd of December, you might see something in 2 weeks. Oh, thank you, Donna. I love you and appreciate you, honey. Yes is the answer to your question, Jacqueline. Oh, here's that card again. Did you not get this in your main reading? Stop worrying about it. You're not letting go. Am I going to find a job? I'm worrying about it. I've got bills to pay. You've been all right thus far. Don't worry about it. And they're showing me number 2 in your energy. So 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, the 2nd of a month. But it doesn't have to be on a 2-month period. It can be in 2 weeks' time. So you are going to be juggling the course and you are going to be juggling studying. So definitely. Okay. I think I've done everybody in the room. Oh God, my back's killing me. I need to have something to eat because I was like, I'm going to do my reading on an empty stomach. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. What was I right about, Ray? Talk to me, honey. Oh, Louise. Hi, hon. I'm so sorry. Go in there with confidence, Ray. The one thing that you need to do with the driving instructor is not show the driving instructor that you're afraid. Because that was where I failed my first one. I was like, oh my God, I'm a little bit nervous. Oh, great. So now I'm in a car with a man who's about to tell me if I'm going to pass or not. And the first thing that came out of my mouth was that I'm nervous. Go in there with confidence, like you know what you're doing. Yeah? And just drive, honey, drive. Louisa, angels, guides, loved ones. What does Louisa need to know, please? In love and light. Confident. You already have your car. You're already passed. That's how I went into it. Louisa, angels and guides and loved ones. What does Louisa need to know, please? In love and light. You got some love coming in, Louisa. Do you want it? Do you want some love? Because I feel like you got love coming into your energy. And I feel like, are you in a relationship, first of all? It's either a leveling up of the current relationship that you're in, Louisa, or it's you're going to have a choice between two people, right? You got the Lovers card here. So whether you know about the other person or not, if you're with someone, the other person is coming in. If you're not in a relationship, there's an opportunity of two people coming into your energy, and one of them is your soulmate. I feel like you are somebody that's got so much love to give, and whoever gets this love of yours, very lucky man. Very lucky. You got so much love to give. You got healing abilities, which is probably why you feel drained all the time, or you feel like, oh God, I need to have a break. I need to sit down and relax, because you got so much love to give. And I feel like whether you realize it or not, you give healing, whether you know it or not, you give healing out to people when you go out of your house. I feel like you're going to release a lot of burdens that doesn't serve you anymore from what I'm connecting to you. It feels like you're going to be taking a break. You're finally going to say no. I feel like you're going to lighten up. I feel like you're going to have this sense of freedom. And I am definitely seeing somebody around the work arena. And look at him, right? Has his own money, has his own means, is stable in his own energy. And I feel like he's looking for somebody quite emotionally connected. So your guided message is, oh, look at that success. Look at that. Success is the sum of small efforts repeated consistently. Stay committed and you'll achieve remarkable results. Look at that. You have a choice coming your way, though. A choice. You have an opportunity. You have a choice. Hey, Nicole. Oh, what? This face? Thanks, honey. All right, here we go. Angels and guides and loved ones. What? This face? Oh, no. All right, here we go. What does Nicole need to know, please? In love and light. Does Nicole need to know, please? In love and light. You are going to be tested because you asked for it. You might not remember, Nicole, in your physical body, but I feel like you have been tested. And I feel like all of these tests that are coming your way is for the higher evolution of who you are meant to be going forward. It seems to me like you've got a lot of work to do. I'm seeing a younger masculine in your energy. So if he's not here yet, you're going to be tested on many levels. But you know what? It's all right. Because you're going to see who the pricks are. Love and light their asses and send them on their way. Seven of Swords is one of the worst cards in the deck. It's upside down. So when the Seven of Swords is here, this represents that you're going to be like on the right path. It's like you're moving forward from people who are deceitful. You got the 8 of Swords, which is upside down, which is even a good card, because it's like you're not going to be thinking about things that doesn't help you in your future or in your life. It's a feeling of being liberated, fresh hopes, escaping, a sense of freedom. It's releasing. I feel like you're going to heal the cracks of the broken heart. I'm seeing a younger masculine as I'm connecting to your energy. It feels like this is very educational energy as I'm connecting to you. And I'm also seeing money, study, and education. It's either you're going to get paid for educating someone, or you're going to have an opportunity to study, and then there's some sort of money, pay rise, promotion, or an investment in your energy. And then there's a man here, lover or friend, someone coming in for educational purpose. Oh, you are going to go back to school then, 100%. If it's on the table, it's coming in. It's just up to you when to make the move, isn't it? When are you going to go back to school? It's a matter of you deciding when you want to go back and do studying, education, adding to your skill set. It's all up to you. Okay, it says, do not worry. If your path seems lonely right now, you are simply removing energies that no longer match the frequency of your future. Seriously. You will soon attract people who truly deserve to walk that path with you. Oh my God. I just said that. You're clearing out everybody's crap. You're clearing out all the people that don't need to be in your life. It's literally in this card. Oh my God. Oh, my boobs hurt. This is fabulous. That's like crazy. That's crazy. Oh. I think there was somebody else that asked something. Ray, are you on the right track with your arts? How could you possibly on the wrong... How are you on the wrong track with your art, though? Art is art. Art is connected to God. When you go into the right brain, that's the art. That's the artistic, colorful, spiritual connection. When you're in the left side of the brain, it's analytical, it's maths, it's structured, it's chaotic. You can never go wrong with art, because art is connected to divine. Are you on the right track with your art? How could you possibly go wrong with this? Leader, control, power. I would have to say with the Emperor card, the woman that thinks like the man, yeah. And there are going to be a whole bunch of men that's going to be seeing this artwork. Look at all of these men. So yeah, I think you are. I'm going to say yes. Who's put up their Christmas tree? I have. I have. No. It's not your time. It's divine timing. I put up my Christmas tree. So, my mum has brought me up to put my Christmas tree up 16th of November every year. Obviously, with mum dying and all, I was like, I need to put up my tree. And we have a cupboard and where I kept my tree. But the problem is it's winter out there and mice are coming into my house. So there must have been a time when my daughter was going through that cupboard and she must have picked up some heavy boxes, slammed it right down and squished a friggin' mice. The body squished. So every time I opened up that cupboard, it was like I could smell dead mice. Now, if I have to deal with this shit, I will deal with it. But usually that's my mum's job. You know, my mum is like, my mum's from the mountains. So like dead mice and dead birds and bugs and shit like that doesn't scare my mum. But then I had to get out the Christmas tree from that cupboard. Because I could hear my mum going, excuse me, it's the 20th. Put up that bloody Christmas tree now. Don't stop traditions. Keep it going. So I was like, all right, mum. So here's me I geared up, put all of this, I put gloves on, I put a mask on. I think I put one of those, imagine one of those films where you put on, like, you know, there's like a poisonous, a poisonous thing in the air, so you have to kick yourself out. So I must have put a plastic, yes, one of those hazmat suit. I put like a hazmat suit on, some fucking gloves, just to get out this little mice. Because the last time that there was a dead mouse in that cupboard, I was like, and my mum was going, move out of the way, let me get it, you're wasting time. So my mum pushed me out of the way. She got a plastic bag, picked up that little body, tied it up and threw it in the bin. And I was like, I was like that. And I was like, Mum, I'm trying. And I was literally vomiting. And my mum was just like, you know, the woman from the mountains just comes in and takes the little tiny little mouse body and put it in the bin. And I was like, my mum's not here anymore. I can do it myself. So I had to put the hazmat, fucking mask, fucking goggles, just so I don't have to smell this bloody thing. And I'm like, and I'm taking it and I can see it. And the head is still round, the middle portion of the body is flat, and then the bum of the mouse is just big and fat. It was just fucked. It was so wrong. And I was like, oh, Mum, I have to now fulfill the position of my mum's. I have to fill her shoes. Shit. And there's my daughter. She's fucking useless. So she's all the way in the living room because she was like, I ain't dealing with that. Anyway, I managed to put out my Christmas tree, which is a good thing. No, my mum did all of that. I had to, no, it was always my mum's job. And then I was like, yeah, I'm going to have to take over and do it. And believe it or not, the dead mouse was on top of the Christmas tree box. Yeah. Fuck. Will I retire in a year or two? Rochelle. Will Rochelle retire in a year or two? Angels, guides, loved ones. A year or two? It's up to you. You can retire in a year, you can retire in 2 years. But from what I can see in the cards, you might retire in 2. I feel like you don't know if you want to, I don't know if you're going to be able to stop working. You might stop working and then all of a sudden you might be like, I've stopped working and now I don't know what to do. So I reckon in about 2 years. So on point. Because you might stop working in 2, you can stop now, but then you're thinking to yourself, what will I do if I'm not working? Oh my God, too much time to think. What do I do then? What do I do? Go on holiday, shag, have lots of sex, go and have some fun, go out with the girls, go dancing, hello. Go on holiday, do whatever you want, live your best life. My God. Oh my God, you got it. That's what I would do. Go dancing with the girls. Go on holiday. Oh my God. Do it. Any love romance in 2026? It doesn't have to be 2026. You might even meet someone in December. It doesn't necessarily have to be love romance in 2026. I feel like you could get married this year. It doesn't even have to be this year. You could get married to someone that you meet this year. The year isn't over yet. We still got another month to go. So romance and love in 2026, definitely. Him, Midwest. All right, guys, I'm off. I need to go and crack my back somehow. I'm going to have that poo that I was talking about a couple of hours ago. And definitely have something to eat. So this week is a bit, can I ask the energy of my house? Housing disrepair solicitor. If you don't like him, then you need to move on from him. I don't like him either. Sorry, love and light is ass and send one. You need to choose to find someone else. This is deceit, lies, betrayal. You're not happy, unfulfilled. You don't like his energy. So if you don't like him, move away from him. Look at that. You have to make a choice. This is crossroads energy. Do I keep him? Do I not? Energetically, if you don't feel like he's right, then you should not have him in your energy, Ophelia. Sorry. I don't like his energy. I don't like his energy. I feel like he's not really bothered. I feel like you're another, you know, like he's got a list of clients that he's got to take. You're a number. That's how he makes me feel. Yes. He feels egotistical, a little bit narcissistic. He's all about work, no compassion. Work, 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 no compassion. You're just another number on his list that he needs to, okay, I need to take care of client number 2 today, client number 4 tomorrow, client number 5 tomorrow. You know what to do, Ophelia. You've got to listen to your intuition. If you can work, if you can navigate around him, get rid of him to some degree, do it. Any messages about furthering my education? Would it be a good move? Without the cards, desire me. Yeah. Education, knowledge is power. You don't even, I don't need the cards to tell you. I don't need the cards to tell you that knowledge is power. Education is power. Yeah. Do it. Do it. It's too late. Taking counsel to court. Let it go. Let it do what you have to do then. If it's already too late and everything is already unfold, leave it. Let it go. Let it be. Because karma will take place. Did you feel a sense? Desire me. I hope you heard what I said. Do it. Desire me. No. Scared is not connected to God, angels and loved ones and guide. Perfect. Was kind of scared. There's nothing to be scared of. Fear doesn't align to God, your angels and your guides and your loved ones. You can't be scared of anything if you believe in God and if you believe in angels, guides and loved ones. You can't align to fear and then believe in that higher source. Oh, but there's another way you can navigate that. Through public health, there's always another platform. There's always another way to get where you need to get to. Believe me. Especially when it's helping, assisting, the universe will guide you to where you need to be. Did you feel that you could not trust this person from a while back? Just like no effort. Can we more conversation? Who's missing major points? Leave it. Let it alone, Ophelia. Let it alone. Because even though you have an outcome in your head about how you want it to turn out, don't forget your grandparents are looking and they can see what he's doing. And I guarantee you that there's going to be another significant blessing and abundance. Your grandparents can see what's going on the way my parents can see what's going on here in my life. So I'm going to be like, yo, guys, I'm giving it to you. Sort it out. Because you have an idea in your head of what you want the outcome to be. But I'm going to tell you right now, whatever outcome you've got planned in your head, it's crap compared to what they have. 1111 is the doorway. I've got 11 people in the room. Always seeing that 13 there. If I look at the time, it's 16:13, my mum's birthday. It's always freeze everywhere. All right, guys, I'm gonna go. Tomorrow I'm going to see. It's so funny, yeah. The co-op funeral services. This is what they said. They said, what religious denomination are you? And I was like, a spiritual one? And then they said to my sister, what about you? So my sister was like, we're Catholic. So they said, would you like us to bring a priest? And my sister said, I would love it. I was like, you know what? I'm getting the cremation. I'm going to do the rest of it my sister's way, because she's very sensitive. Pisces, very annoying. So anyway, she was like, yes, I would like a Catholic priest, please. So Co-op Services says to me, you're going to get a phone call from Father Sam. I said, okay, perfect. They asked us what flowers they want at my mum's funeral service. And my sister was like, my mum loves lilies and orchids. So my sister goes, we would love to have some lilies. So, okay, done. I get a phone call. Father Sam calls me. He's like, hi, Anna. I'm like, hey, how are you? And he's like, oh, I'm good. And he keeps on sniffing, and he keeps sniffing like that. Yeah, he keeps on sniffing on the phone. And I noticed it, but I didn't think anything of it. And he was like, I'm so sorry that I keep on sniffling on the phone. And I was like, it's all right. It's okay. And he was like, it's just that I was standing by some lilies and it made my nose itch. And I was like, what did you just say? And he was, I was standing out of all the flowers in the whole entire world, lilies. And he goes, I was standing next to some lilies and it's made my nose itch. And I was like, out of all the flowers you could have said, you said the flower that my mum loved. And I go, my mum definitely picked you to do the service. And he was like, really? I was like, yeah, we're just going to have to move the lilies a little bit further away from you when you're doing like the you know, whatever it is that the priests do. So I knew that my mum picked him to do the service out of all the flowers. And the man was going, he kept on sniffing on the phone. He's like, I'm so sorry, I'm not sick, by the way, because I'm going to meet you on Monday. We're going to talk about like how we're going to do the burial and you're going to pick your hymns and all of that stuff. And I was like, okay, great. And he's like, and I was like, is he all right? Has he got COVID? He's like, no, I'm not sick. It's just that I was standing by some lilies and lilies make my nose itch. And I was like, no fucking way. Look at my mum. She's so active. She's so active. Oh my God. That's how I'm going to remember my mum. But according to everybody who has dreamt of her, this is not what she looks like. So for those of you who stepped in and missed it earlier, everybody's been dreaming of my mum. And my mum does not look like this. Apparently she looks like this. You can tell she was a fashionista from when she was young and older. So yeah. Yes. My mum died looking like this. She's still hot. But everybody in their dreams are seeing her like this. And she was in her 30s when they see her. All right, it looks like I've got to read one more person before I leave, because I'm leaving now. But I've got to read Tracker. Give me 1 second. Hi, honey. I'm about to leave. It's a good thing you just walked in. She's such a fashionista and I'm a boy. If I was a boy. I am nothing like my mum. She's so like makeup and she's so like picks really beautiful outfits and she's such a girly girl. And then there's me like a dude. All right, Tracker, angels, guides, loved ones. What does Tracker need to know, please? In love and light. You need to find balance, by the way, in your energy, Tracker. Balance. There's going to be an opportunity for you to choose something later on down the line. It could be 2 jobs, or you could be juggling a job and education, studying, learning. But the 2 of coins is about you multitasking, weighing up options and trying to find some sort of balance and a compromise in the energy. There's going to be an opportunity and a choice coming your way. I feel like my heart is healing as I'm connecting to you. Ew, you missed my singing. Are you crazy? I see travel as well, but later on for you as I'm connecting to you, tracker. Travel, a potential to travel, relocate, or a holiday. I'm also seeing as I'm connecting to you some sort of romantic gestures. I've got a man around you, so if he's not here yet, he's coming in at some point. There's some sort of romantic energy around you. So I don't know whether you're in a relationship or you're single. It could be more intimacy in the current relationship. If you are single, there is a love coming your way. And this is going to be like, I have to say it's like a peaceful sort of connection. It's like a peaceful connection. But there's going to be an opportunity for you to choose and to juggle and to find some sort of balance in your energy. So your guided message, tracker, is surround yourself with positivity. The energy you absorb influences the outcome that you attract. That is your guided message. So I hope that helps you in some way, my love. I'm seeing Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio in your energy. All right, guys, I'm going to go. I hope that helps you, tracker. Unless you had a specific question. Oh. All right. All right, guys. Do you know what? I'm going to pull one more card for everybody in the room, including me. What does me and my family on here and me need to know for our greatest and highest good, please and thank you, in love and light? Guided message for every single one of us in the room, including me, please and thank you. All right, guys, here we go. I got the promotion you mentioned previously. Yay! Good for you. Here we go. Remember, the only way to predict the future is to create it. So go ahead and write your own story. That's for everybody in the room. Remember, the only way to predict the future is to create it. So go ahead and write your own story. I received that. Amen. I love you guys. I'll be posting this up at some point. Love and appreciate you. I've got to talk about my mum's funeral. I've got the wake on the 25th. And then on the 27th, I've got the funeral. And then I think we'll be spending time with the family for this week. I'll let you know when I'm coming back on live. I love you all so. God, if you bless me, you have to bless them. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. I love and appreciate you. See you soon, guys.